Like I know, like, oh yeah, there's a pandemic going on, but you know, I just be playing like Game Boy in my room or something. I wouldn't really be thinking about it too much. Oh my god, she's so precious. Look at her. She's so excited by the grape. She's really looking at those at the fruit here. Oh, you're here too. We're picking little grapes. It's quite fun. Here, I have some for you. Oh, I'm so excited. Wow, you picked this many. Oh. Here, I have some for you. Oh, you're so excited. Wow, you picked this many already? Amazing. Dude, she's so precious. I say we have enough between us. Shall we take them? Hee, I can't wait to see what she's going to do. Tell me, Ricky, what made you want to become an apothecary and warrior of light? I like the voiceover you are giving her. Am I giving her? Tell me, Ricky, what made you want to become an apothecary and warrior of light? And warrior of light. Warrior of light. I like the voiceover you are giving her. Am I giving her a voiceover? Why, well, a while ago I felt sick, really sick. My body was burning up. Do I have continuity? Now I'm thinking about it, so I don't know if I'm doing the same. And I felt so weak I couldn't even get out of bed. Then a traveling apothecary came and gave me a potion to drink. It was the foulest thing I'd ever tasted, but it made me get better. Drinking that Tylenol stuff. What was the, oh man, Robitussin. Yeah, that Robitussin, ooh, that was the nasty stuff. You were giving her an Irish accent before. Shit. I don't even know how to do an Irish accent. She went around taking care of people, even giving her nasty stuff. She went around taking care of people, even when it was dangerous. And I decided I want to help people just like her. I see, I can't do it. You were giving her an Irish accent before. You were giving her an Irish accent before. Shit. I don't even know how to do an Irish accent. She was so brave. The apothecary, I mean. She went around taking care of people, even when it was dangerous. And I decided I want to help people just like her. Apothecary, I mean. She went around taking care of people, even when it was dangerous. And I decided I want to help people just like her. I see, I can't do it. Thar medicine suck. I can't do it. Oh, that medicine sucks. I've never had Thar medicine. So I started brewing potions out of grass and giving them to my friend. Nothing else I could do. Then not long ago, a neighbor told me he was going to right now. She's ready. I see. Out of curiosity, what did... Oh, it's Taylor. Your favorite person, Tyler. Understand my bad Tacho for a bit, so he must already be out there. Awakened by the stars, Tyler. Thank you for sharing your tale with us, Ricky Tio. I myself took inspiration from one not unlike your traveling apothecary, and I hope her good example will spur you on to realize your dreams. But it will not be done in a day.
Oh, what a touching scenario we have here, huh? Very touching.
Can't do it. Thank you for sharing your tale with us. I want to help people just like her. I see, I can't do it. Thank you for sharing your tale with us, Ricky Tio. I myself took inspiration from one not unlike her good example will spur you on to realize your dreams. It will not be done in a day. Such however, it would seem I have been laboring under a can't do it. It would seem I have been laboring that it was Elidibus who had sowed the desire to become warriors of light within the hearts of the people. Teaching her to fetch quests. We are teaching her to fetch.
As a professional black mage, what are your thoughts on the buff? It's a good question. I guess the important question is, what's the buff? What is the buff?
Spur you on to realize your dreams. But it will not be done in a day.
And as a competitive Dark Knight PvPer, what are your thoughts on the kindest sorted nerf? That's a good question. What's the nerf? Could play Persona, but chooses to edit on maintenance day. Yeah, well, you know, the editing has to get done. Plus most people aren't. Most of the Persona crew isn't around on the Mondays. Foul potency has been increased from 560 to 600. Xenoglossy potency has been increased from 760 to 800. Oh, 560 to 600. Oh my god. See, here's the thing. I have no idea how that scales. How much is a 40-point potency buff? Like, how much does that scale? I suppose we could do some. I mean, no, we could do the math on it. But like, how does that translate to the big numbers that we do? I have no idea. I mean, it sounds cool. I feel more powerful now. Inoki improvement to Inoki's magic damage increase has been changed from 20% to 21%. Oh, see, hold on. Let me get something real quick. So, you know, to me, it seems like a very small increase. But then, you remember y'all telling me when I was looking at gear, and y'all were like, yeah, like one intelligent point, like, go for the intelligence. Like, one intelligent point buff is, like, huge compared to all the other stats you could possibly get. So, you know, that tells me that, you know, these numbers, even though it may seem small, is probably a significant buff, right? Is this too was Black Mage like lacking? I thought Black Mage was always just like a big deeps. But I guess they're saying that they were lacking in some department. Time required for Eventide. Time required to fill the limit gauge has been increased. Potency has been changed from 10,000 to 20,000. From 10,000 to 20,000 to 6,000 to 24,000. Time to fill the limit gauge. It's been a while because we've only really done frontline. In CC, it felt like Dark Knight's limit break charge. Like, I thought the charge time was fine. How much is it increased by? Because there's other classes like Black Mage and White Mage whose limit breaks charge in like 30 seconds, and it's like they have it up every single time. And the potency change is cool too because it rewards better play, so to speak, right? Increasing the or decreasing the min and increasing the max because it scales off of how much health you have currently. So maybe that was just a way of them saying that because the 6,000, if 10,000 is the lowest limit. I mean, I don't know what HP threshold that was, but sometimes Dark Knights use it they use it as a lifesaver to save their own life instead of, they use it more defensively instead of offensively. So this kind of rewards more offensive play, I feel like. You're sacrificing your entire health pool to do a little bit more damage, and then you're not getting as much if you're just using it defensively. I don't know if that makes a difference. But there's no way that this like translates to, because I think everything charges faster in front lines anyway, right? Is that not how it works? Look, I'll take any buff that I get on the Black Mage. I thought Black Mage was fine before. See, I'm not at that level yet where I'm like, nitpicking, you know, class or job stats and all that stuff because I have no reference. I'm just here to kill extremes and savages, and you know, I make do with what I got. Also, let me do a thing. How do you feel about those? That's the question. I feel like you would have more input on those than me because you have more experience than I on subject matter such as that. don't play much of either. I just know people have been asking for a buff for Machinist for a while now, and they got it. Look, they buff Machinist all you want. Just get rid of that 5% insta-kill mechanic. That shit's hella annoying. I feel like 5% is way too high. Isn't make it like 1%, or get rid of it. You know how many times I played against Keylime and I'm like, Keylime, did you kill me because of your 5% gimp thing? What's going on here?
Can't do it. Thank you for sharing your tale with us, Ricky Tio. Example, but it will not be done with countless little acts of heroism, like delivering the grapes to Kesamil.
Here's the thing, do I want to keep this?
I had convinced myself that it was Elidibus who had sowed quest. We are teaching her to fetch quest. Hey, even the warrior of light must. I had convinced myself that it was Elidibus.
I think we can skip all this. Let's skip all this. Plan is to continue on this video a little bit here. I probably won't finish it tonight, but I also wanted to work on the Cyberpunk one too.
I had convinced myself that it was Elidibus who had sowed the desire to become warriors of light within the hearts of the people. Teaching her to fetch quest. We are teaching her to fetch quest. Hey, even
I got on earlier today. I stuck on towards the end of my workday just to get some gameplay in before maintenance went down. I ended up doing variants with Flu and Aurora for a little bit, so that was cool. I got 3 new routes.
People teaching her to fetch quest. We are teaching her to fetch quest. We are teaching her to fetch quest. Hey, even the warrior of light must fetch quest. But I see now that the impulse to aid their fellow man abided within them from the first. Said no more than give it a name.
Yeah. What's your workflow like when you're editing the Final Fantasy vids? I'm kind of curious about that. Because we're in the same boat here.
And as he,
so to speak.
And as you so kindly proclaimed, we must return to our. With the Exarch laboring tirelessly, I believe I speak for us all when I say I cannot leave in good company. All right, so are we going into Endwalker with a little bit? Because this is 5.3. Kind of concludes the pure, strange and distant land people our own. How long? Elidibus did no more than give it a name.
That's a good way to end.
Let us return to Spagarix. Oh, admirers as well. Oh my god, look at who it is!
To be or not to be? 9S or not to 9S?
You still don't have the 9S right now, huh? Thanks for your kind help up. Can do to Eden. Oh, look who leveled up. Level 80.
That one.
Won't you show us some fighting? Not it's for duets. Sport. Palace happens. Stay alive. Everyone's here. Good. Let's get started.
Your workflow is chaotic. Usually I try to do a pass where I want all the big cuts, but since I deal with 2 perspective, I also make sure to sync them before I start cutting. But I usually randomly stop at parts to make a fancy edit. Yeah, that sounds interesting, right? Because you're dealing with 2 perspectives of it. But yeah, I would assume, yeah, the first step is lining it up so they're both in sync. And I'm assuming you're just well, I guess it just depends whose perspective you're from. I was gonna say you'll just pull audio from one, but you'll have them on different channels, huh? And then you'll have to mute and cut as needed. Actually, that was a parody of the Adam West transition. I gotta see this. All my life I know. Oh wait, I don't suppose you updated that one. Oh, was it the Beehive one? I saw your post in the Discord. Is it that bad boy?
Well, shall we continue our find MSQ?
Yes, let's do it.
This one doesn't have it.
This is my favorite bar so far. This place is fantastic.
Yeah, it's pretty rocking.
Look at this view.
This video contains spoilers for the start of Shadowbringers.
But
Just think out there.
Weren't we talking about the warning thing at first, or the spoiler warning thing? Do you think it's needed? You clearly put it in there.
Bitten and turn it into a horrible light monster.
Right. Well,
It's because we were talking about spoilers on Discord. It's like, where do we draw the line for spoilers, right? You didn't do something very fancy here. Oh, okay. I was just kind of curious. I haven't watched these videos, but I figured curious to see how you were doing these. I usually just use stream audio because that's where the voices are. But, oh, that's a good point. It'll capture both. Okay, I was wondering if they both sent you their own like audio files.
that's the best part of having this right here. Like, you know, they did that on purpose. You got the wreck ships. You just have crap outside, you know, smog filled.
Oh, you created, yeah. I've done that with some things here. I have I don't know what they call it in After Effects or Premiere. You're using one of those, right? One of those. I don't know what they call it here. They call it power bins here, and basically whatever I have in my power bin here, it's pulled into every project I open. So I have my YouTube intro in here, or outro. I use it as an outro, but it's just here for me whenever I want it. Yeah. I have other things like that too. I have like this beep transition, adjustment clips. I have black bars if I want to put black bars on the clips here. Things like that. It's this one. No more. That's eye placement. The heck is this? Oh, film damage. A little bit no more. Oh yeah, film damage makes my computer. I've been trying to add effects as I create them and to save them for later.
Within them from the burst.
There's a little shake.
From the burst.
Shake plus blur.
Is within them from the.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, this is one. See, it's so interesting thinking about it, right? Because this is like an effect I use in the aquarium video, and I just kind of keep it here. I used it in the Yotsuyu one.
Divided within them.
You could totally put this in place of like a transition. Anyway, just nerding out about some of these things.
Everyone, I'm a nuisance. Learn the most.
Okay. That clip. I think as the more you like kind of work through these two, you get a feel of like you already know looking at a clip like, oh, is this something I want to include or not? Like this, I'm not going to.
I want bull. Save on health by right.
Cause I miss you all the time.
All right.
I took the next step into looking at new computers again today. I even posted on one of the Build a PC subreddits to see if anyone chimed in or will chime in with a build for me if I decide to go with like a custom build. Someone did. PC part picker. Dude, this doesn't mean anything to me. What the heck? Today you were talking to them about upping the pace a little bit, like cutting out more of the stream. So you are doing a clips channel, right? Which is a bit different from, because their normal videos are more like talking, more scripted, right? So this is the clips channel. There's two ways to go. I've seen both ways where people, I guess it really depends on the personalities too, but sometimes I've seen ones where people, they leave like, they just pull like the VOD, right? Maybe like a 40-minute long VOD. They don't like trim it down or anything. And then other ones where, we talked about this, where other ones are just like straight highlights, highlight with no context. I kind of take like the middle approach. This is what I've been doing. being selective in what I choose, and also, oh my god, dude, this person built me a thing for 3,200, 3,400. Have Cooler Master has some fans and shit. Oh my god. See, I wouldn't even know how to build this crap. But it has the 3090, which is 1,200 right now. And then 64 gigs of RAM. Has a motherboard. Liquid C. Oh, there's a liquid cooler. It has the i9 13. So this is what I don't know if you. Yeah. I was looking at getting a 3090 GPU, but a Ryzen CPU. Because I read that the AMD Ryzen CPUs might be better for like video editing in general. But I suppose, anyway, I'm just thinking out loud. Yeah. Method I've been doing recently is doing more videos. I used to do these. Let's see if I can find one. I used to do these. So I don't know if you noticed, but like my Shadowbringers, like say patch 5.2, that was split into 3 different videos. In the past, what I would do is I would squeeze the entire patch into one, which actually, in the grand scheme of things, I felt like it took longer to edit because I was going through the same amount of footage, but I don't know, it just felt like a slog. But this way, I'm splitting it up more, and I don't have to be as precise with what I want to remove and keep out. Because if I'm just doing one video, like one of them, they ended up being like an hour and 40 minutes long, which is probably way too long, right? But this way, I don't really have to worry. I could be like, oh, we're approaching 30 minutes now. Maybe I'll, attempt to cut the video now and just do a part 2 or something. I think it's been working okay. Where was it? It was one of the Stormblood ones. Oh, yeah, it's one of these Stormblood ones. Like 4.5 here.
You know me. I'm a noob. I'm mince.
Yeah, it's an hour 40. That's a long one. It's not as digestible, right? Yeah. Hey, Aina. How's it going? How are you doing? We're just doing a little bit of editing right now. Because the servers are down.
People teaching her to fetch quests. We are teaching her to. Elidibus did no more than give it a name.
Going all right? Good. Yeah, it's going all right over here too. We just relaxing, chilling, doing the use. I used to stream my edits and thumbnail making a lot, but I kind of haven't been doing that lately. So this is one of the first ones in a while. What am I looking for? What I'm looking for?
All right, kid.
You should get like 8 clips per MSQ stream, and they come out as 3 per week, so almost 3 weeks of clips per stream. Oh, yeah. They do several MSQ streams in those, yeah. You're running behind. Yeah. Have you used the analytics features to see if, Hold on. Maybe you can teach her to do escort quests for you. Yeah, look, it's Ricky Tia. Ricky Tio. He's so cute. Oh my god. Do you remember this part? So cute. He looks like a little general. I was gonna say, have you looked at the analytics of the vids? Here's one thing I realized, right? Because this is something I struggled with too. Because when I'm editing the videos, I want there to be a lot of context for people so they understand what's going on. And there are people who like appreciate that, right? But right now they're gonna take a break for MSQ because one of them is having a baby, but at some point I'll have to up the pace. Oh yeah, just think of it as like catch-up time right now. Especially if you want clips that aren't just MSQ. Yeah, it depends on the channel, and I think it depends on the size of the channel too, right? Because larger channels with the larger viewer base, naturally people are going to be a little more inclined to to watch more of the vids. That's what they're there for, right? But smaller channels like me, right? A lot of my traffic is outside sources who, for the most part, and even the people here, they just want to get to the meat of things. I realized this when I was doing my trailer reactions for Final Fantasy, right? Because I would do some exposition in the beginning, like we'd be discussing things about the, you know, just about something, right? And if you look at the analytics, there's a huge drop off until the trailer starts, right? So it's like just trying to get there whenever you can. Yo, CT. What's going on? Yeah, I'll pull up an example for you. I can find it. How's it going? I recognize you from the comments and the Discord, right? You joined the Discord. I saw you hopped in. How's it going? Let me try to find an example for you, Nawal. What I'm talking about. Here, we can look at this. We're doing good. I'm just doing a little bit of editing while Final Fantasy 14 is in maintenance. Just making good use of the time. But yeah, I appreciate the kind words that you said. That was very nice of you to say. It means a lot. I actually do appreciate that. It's very nice. But yeah, we just chilling. We're just hanging out. I'm working on 5.3, Shadowbringers 5.3 video. Let me pull up the Heaven's Ward trailer, because that's the one I started taking that action in. Heaven's Ward trailer. Dude, can I don't even know where that is. I don't even know where that is. Heaven's Ward 3.0. Holy smokes. I must be blind. Oh, here it is. You go to the analytics, right? I have... Let me see if I can find the right page here. Ah, here it is, right? This is basically my intro to the video, right? I'm just talking about being excited for the trailer and thinking about what's to come, blah, 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 right? Most people skip through that. They're like, hell no, I'm just going to start where the trailer starts, right? And that's when I realized, like, even though I want to provide, even at the end here, this is where the trailer ends and I talk about, like, shit. Most people are like, all right, I'm out, right? People don't care as much about that. How the stacks do? Oh, man. Stacks are lost. They've been lost and they will continue to be lost. How's it going? Igzorn. Oh, that's an interesting name. Stacks are lost, but stacks are always regained. Oh yeah, you already streamed 5.3. Sweet. How far are you then? Here's okay. Well, I am actually done with all of MSQ. I tell that to anyone who pops into the stream because I don't want to lead you astray. I'm actually done with MSQ. I'm just catching up on the videos right now. I've been done with MSQ for a little bit now, you know, for a little bit. But I can attest that many stacks have been lost throughout MSQ. See, look, I have what do I have here? Endwalker 6.2. Yeah, Endwalker. Let's pull up a random clip here. Be in a. Here's me and Endwalker. Okay. They've reconnected. He showed his hello. Yeah. I'm just catching up. But I've been having a lot of fun. I've always planned to release the MSQ reactions. I just couldn't keep up with the pace. So I'm trying to be good and catch up now. I've been working on it for a couple months. So I hope you all can forgive me and can continue to still enjoy the videos if you so desire. But yeah, here's 5.3. We're working on 5.3 right now. 5.3. So we're gonna cut here. We're gonna make a cut to this scene over here.
All right, kids. Pointed, but you're still with.
Yeah, this is a scene here.
All right. What, Kev? The children were, as was I. I have 3. Second thing, get an elephant and then get a chocobo. And first then apologies for the wait.
Now, well, were you able to get on today?
Thanks.
At all, or did y'all play? I got some. I mentioned it earlier. I got some variant dungeons in with Flu and Aurora.
5, 6, 7, 7. I order spots for the lures. Child, is she even a child anymore?
I haven't really tried. Well,
Old
too
are the
late now, right?
1920. They gotta be. I would be lying if I said I wasn't disappointed.
Let's see here. Yeah, let's cut to this part. I feel like this is a good place to cut to here. But yeah, CT, what about you? How's your Final Fantasy career going? How about you, Igzorn? How's Final Fantasy going for you all? Are you we play on Crystal, on Coral. So you can find us there if you ever want to hop in. We'd like doing roulettes and dungeons and PvP and front lines, and started doing extremes together and everything. It's been really fun. Slept early yesterday, but I saw a bit that you were on much earlier. Yeah, I was on. I wasn't streaming though. I was just chilling out. We were just chilling.
The name. So, children.
Yeah. We'll cut here like this. Then, see, I got a separate folder for like sounds and stuff too that I'm stocking up here. So this will be a swoosh. You've been doing Omicron Beast Tribes and leveling up combat classes in 90, just 3 more. Ooh, that's pretty good. See, I haven't, everyone I know is doing the Beast Tribes right now. I haven't unlocked any crafting or gathering professions, so I haven't done any of those Beast Tribes yet. Done with the MSQ and the Manderville weapon quest, doing tribes at the moment. Okay, you're also doing tribes. Funny thing is, I just started the Manderville frog here. We're going through Manderville right now. We're still in ARR. We have like 2 more arcs to go. But people were telling me here that you need Manderville finish to do the relics in Endwalker. So we've been working on that. I've been working on that. It's been fun. I've been enjoying the Manderville questline. Yeah. But yeah, my main goal right now is getting caught up on the MSQ videos. So we still have to finish up Shadowbringers, and then we have all of Endwalker, because then I have a lot of other stuff that I've been wanting to put out too, but I just kind of wanted to keep it chronologic. I don't even know if I put it here. Like we did we cleared Barbarizia Extreme like last weekend, which was super fun. Like I'm starting to get into raiding and all that too. You know? Hildy quests are a fun ride. Dude, I've been having fun with Hildebrand. Here's the thing though, some of the people who hang out here, some of my friends, like some of them don't like it. Most people seem to do, but for some people the humor doesn't sit with them, right? For just gathering, you can level Fisher and have fun there. I have no clue which crafter alone you could level, since they are all very interconnected. Oh yeah. I was probably gonna do fishing. I've been wanting to do fishing. I might want to edit the Eorzean Aquarium event tonight, actually. This man is organized. Yeah, I got a lot of clips here. This external here is 4.5 terabytes, and it's pretty much almost filled. A majority of this is Final Fantasy, and I have a separate 4.5 terabyte external filled with A Realm Reborn. This is only Shadowbringers, part of Stormblood, Shadowbringers, and Endwalker. I have another one filled with the rest of Stormblood, Heavensward, and A Realm Reborn. Because I didn't post all like full MSQ videos for those. Fishing you could level within a day when done full time. See, here's the thing though. Maybe I'll do that, but my idea for getting into fishing, I wanted to immerse myself to become a fisherman and just live a peaceful life. You know, it ain't much, but it's honest work, right? See if I can make some money for myself, make a name for myself as a master fisherman. You need to do a catch-up Tuesday or something. Someday you have to unlock Warring Triad or something. You mean catch-up Tuesday for stream or catch-up Tuesday for video editing? Ocean fishing is a war, though. I heard there's fish that only come out like at certain times of day, or under certain weather effects, or a combination of both. Right?
So, children, you've now seen the Warrior of Darkness in action. What are your impressions? He's incredible, miss. The bats were down before they knew it. Our guards are strong, but the Warrior of Darkness is much, much stronger. You're goddamn right. You want to be just like him.
Yeah, I should probably do that. Well, we've been trying Hildebrand and all that. Should probably do that. To be honest, part of my side quest has been unlocking a tank job, which we've done. Now I'm working on a healer. But yeah, it's been super cool. Hold on, let me see if I can get through this clip real quick.
Get yourself a pompadour.
Let me see if I can get through this.
Good. If you're looking for an example to emulate, you may as well pick the best. You heard it here, folks. If you're looking for an example to emulate, this is it. This is it.
So one of the cool things about being behind, there's a negative and a positive. One of the cool things though is because as I go back and edit the footage, I relive the story again, because I go through like pretty much all the dialogue. So I go through all the moments and I pick up things that I didn't notice the first time, and I could look at my reactions and be like, man, Kev, you were so off, or Kev, you were onto something there. That's just pretty cool. The sucky thing is I wish I had kept up while I was going through MSQ, because it would be so cool to be hanging out with all of you in the moment. At the time it was a small group, but I imagine it would, it would have had a different energy with all the people who hang out here now, because sometimes we have like 10 to 15 people and bouncing ideas off like that. It would be a different kind of dynamic. Time resources are in all gathering jobs. Oh yeah, see, I was curious about that. I wanted to experience that part of the game. I just haven't been able to do that yet. Let me think. I think one of the reasons I can't wait to be finished with the MSQ type of stuff here, because I had some other ideas, like more scripted type of ideas and things like that. I've been practicing some editing with I'm working on some character tributes here. This is it. I don't know if y'all seen this one yet. When I first beheld her, but working on character tributes, practicing editing, things like that. It's been really cool.
It is said that the atrocities Yotsuyu committed were driven by vengeance. I bear part of the blame for creating the monster.
You want to level up inside of Bazja? I still want to experience that too, right?
I wasn't a fellow Domon, I wasn't even a person.
If you yield Doma to the rebels, you will not be given another.
Most of them are linked to Eorzean time, so spawn multiple times over on in real life day. Yeah, I'd probably end up using. Sorry, I'll probably end up using like a calculator or something, or like a website. But I kind of wanted to see if I can experience it without external resources to rely on, even though I know I'm going to end up doing it. Helping you gain metal is like the perfect excuse. Ooh, no idea what metal is. Those are some impressive effects and cuts. Thank you. I've been trying to practice because I have so many ideas, but I just want to catch up on MSQ videos first. That was my goal from the start. Get the MSQ reactions out, and once I'm done with that, then I'm gonna go full force into type of stuff like this. Yo, what's going on, Lily? How you doing? I was just trying to show off to our new friends here. It's the Bazja XP. I get it. I get it.
What did I do? As if you don't know.
Yeah.
How scared she is.
I only wanted a persimmon. Take off your clothes.
So we'll see. There's a bright future ahead. I just gotta catch up. That's why I've been trying to hire Nawal. Nawal, you never got back to me with your going rate.
I'm sorry. I'm so
yeah, this one's live. This one's on the channel. You can find it somewhere. I was working on let me see if I can find another one here. Oh, have you all been to the Eorzean aquarium yet? Here's a little showcase of the Eorzean Aquarium here. It's on Marlborough, on Crystal. Y'all should go visit it. They're a great group. They're a great group. They just had an event recently. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, the aquarium is so dope. They put in a lot of good work here. They got like literally every single fish. I haven't seen this one in a while. Yeah, they put in you guys gotta check it out. It's such a cool venue. Maybe wait till they have their next event before you go check it out. But it's really cool there. It's super cool there. There's Sorrel. Yeah, go check out the Eorzean Aquarium. But yeah, I want to get into more stuff like that. I think that'll be really cool for the future too. All right, last one before I go back here. Then there's you with your goldfish in your apartment. Yeah, it's sick. Now they put in a lot of work. There's a whole fishing community. That's why I wanted to get into the fishing part, because I have an into the community. Sorrel is literally part of that community and helped build the thing there. Here's the last one. So when the time is right, I'll try to do another one for another event, but we made a little thing for the Moonfire Fair, which features people here who, you know, who've been hanging out on the stream. So we could totally, you know, meet up in game. Like I said, we like doing dungeons and extremes and everything together. And I got some of the folks to be in this video too. This for the Moonfire Fair. So maybe y'all can be in one in the future too. I think that'll be fun. Yeah, it'll be cool. Those are random people. Random people. Random people. Random people. Random person. That's a random person. Random Lalafels. Random person. That's Aurora. Aurora right there. Oh, that's us and that's Lily. Oh, that's Lily right there. There's Disastra. Disastra's hanging out in the back there. There's Cass. Cass is chilling. That's Flu right there. There's Lily in the back again. That's a random person's butt. Another random person's butt. Another random person's butt. Another random person's butt. I think that's it for the features. But yeah, I've been thinking of more ideas that involve you guys. I've been thinking about them. I had a great one I had a great idea in the shower last night. We'll work on it. We'll work on it. But yeah. Lily, what are you going to be doing? There's no Final Fantasy tonight.
I want you to remember how you felt when you watched Kev and train hard. This is it. If you don't mind telling us, when did you decide that you wanted to become warriors? Well, we were there listening with everyone when our leaders killed my father.
This is what I'm struggling with for this video. I really liked Ricky Dio, so I'm including a lot of her, but now I'm thinking like the rest of this might be kind of like fluffier, and I might skip ahead.
Well, we promised myself protected. We're the ones who have to rise up as new warriors. For a second, sure what I want to do. For a second, I thought he had like a top knot or something. But if my friends were in trouble, that's a wonderful. It's plain, but it's something I felt when I saw the. I felt as though there was something I'd lost.
I suppose this is pretty pivotal to the overarching story here, though. I mean, sort of, right? This is the whole like everyone's trying to be a warrior of light little arc here.
Yep, I got. Go get a pomp. Don't die. Rule number 5. It's like Zombieland, right? You gotta make some rules up. Feel like hard. Keep at it for long enough, and you'll be emulate. This is.
I might skip through these kids.
It's hard to explain.
Is this supposed to be Mini Ardbert, by the way? Was that the kid who approached us at the end of one of the patches or something? Or it might have been at the end of the base game when Forsco's Ardbert had his goodbye, and this little kid came up. Was this the same little kid? He's got the blue eyes.
I want to go on adventures with them. Something I felt. Well, for the both of you, there's nothing for it but to train. When we return to the city. Thanks for showing us your fighting skills, warriors.
I might skip ahead to this part here. As touching as these kids are, it's all about Ricky Tio here, so.
This is it. Thanks for showing us your fighting skills, warriors. Warrior of Darkness. We'll never forget it. Go on, kids. Don't die.
Doing the math, you're basically doing $30 per video right now.
Get it. Go on, kids. Don't die. That's rule number 5. It's like that's rule number 5. It's like Zombie Land, right? You gotta make some rules up. I feel like that's a Zombie Land rule. Don't die. I understand how Arcule feels. Die.
I might be skipping through ahead here.
The star.
All right, well, we could talk about it. You could entertain the thought. It's just because, like, if I were to ask you to do it, if you're willing to do it, if I were to ask you to do it, I'd have to think about the best way to do it, because I wouldn't want. It's not like I want you to do everything. Maybe like one here or there. Like for example, if I'm doing 5.3 part 1 right now, maybe you could do 5.4 part 1 or something, like a couple vids ahead or something. I don't know. Just throwing random ideas out. Nah, well, just entertaining the thought. Really, I just need to be lazy and do this myself, right?
Star Shower didn't awaken me to Heidelin's voice, but that vision of the final days of Amarant burning. It filled me with sadness to the very pits I once knew, people I once loved, promises I once made. It felt as though long forgotten. Try to focus on them, they simply fade away. Just wish we knew what to live. But look at this pair of incurable brooders. If we're going to stand around, assured, Reed and I will take the children from here. But ground. Did you hear it? Now on the ground. How old are you twins now? Their heads will be in the clouds after meeting.
Okay, I might actually skip ahead there.
Reed and I will take the children. But look at this pair.
Yeah. Oh, we'll cut ahead to here. This is pretty important, right? Because people are getting the ringing in their heads right now. This is the time. I remember this. They're getting the migraines.
Rest assured, Reed and I will take the.
Uh-oh. Computer is struggling a little bit right now. Can you close out some assets over here?
Rest assured, Reed and I will take the children from here. Their heads will be in the clouds
Sounds
after
right.
meeting you, but we'll see to it that their feet remain firmly planted on the ground. How old are you twins now? Oh. Hello? Did you hear? Is my burrito done? Was I heating up some food? Oh, she can't hear anymore. Oh, no. No, wait, no, she can't. No, she can't hear. I was like, she can't hear. Oh, she can't hear anymore. Oh, no. No, wait, no, she can't. No, she can't hear. I was like, she can't hear anymore because there's no words coming out of Kev's mouth, but that's how it always is. It's nothing, just the dizzy spell. Seems I tried a little too hard to beat you. I'm fine now, not you soon. Okay. Alright, we're here soon. Okay. Here's. Isn't that what, As you ponder Alice's words, you are taken by an urge to revisit the scene of that. Okay, let's go. Reminisce over you. When I reminisce over you.
We'll cut that part out. Let me see here. Let's bring this back in. Let's see, 2019-00. Probably work on this for just a little bit more here.
In Final Fantasy 14, you can't drink until you slay a level.
Alright, so now we're gonna have a big ol' cutscene here. Yeah, this is gonna be. This one should be pretty pivotal here. And then at the end of this, I'll gauge how long this is. If it's around like 30 minutes, probably will be. I might add a little bit more. I don't want to split 5.3 into like 4 parts or 5 parts. I try to keep it at like 3 parts or something, but keep a middle ground, perhaps. So this is why I can't wait to get the new computer at some point. this won't be as much of a struggle. Oh, by the way, now that I'm actually in here now, well, we can talk about things, because you said, I know you don't have a GPU. We discussed that, but for me, like, I mean, something to think about when you're trying to upgrade, right? Because normally, right, I'll render out in this H.264, which runs off my CPU. And if I were to try to render this one right now, I don't know, how long is this? This is like 30 minutes. This would probably take me like an hour and a half or something. But maybe, and again, this won't apply to you. I use H.265, which runs off my GPU. But maybe you have some other options here that might help, because if I render off my GPU, this will take like 15 minutes or 17 minutes or 20 minutes, right? So much shorter. But maybe you have some other options in your workstation that might help. I don't know, something that still uses your CPU but is still maybe a little bit faster or something. I don't know. Kind of spitballing here. I've come to learn that DaVinci Resolve is pretty heavy on GPU compared to other editing software. You rely on the GPU a little bit more, just in general.
Final Fantasy 14, you can't draw outside.
Okay,
I have my
big
own
old cutscene here.
How old I had to go and ruin this moment. That's how old I am. Better yet, I have my own Goobu. I've tamed a Goobu. That's how old I am. You can tell by the. Oh, you just had to go and ruin this moment. Oh. Unless that's. Oh, see? Theories? Oh. Oh.
Okay. Well, let's cut to here. We'll cut here. And I want to zoom this one in. Let's just zoom this. We haven't done a zoom. Swish and zoom. Swish. This. Right now you're just using the default media encoder thing for 1080p for YouTube videos. We have an option for that too. I wonder what that uses. YouTube 1080p. I mean, it's default for me would be H.264, which would take a while, but I could switch it to H.265. Also, if you do get a graphics card, which you totally should, I was reading up that the NVIDIA ones tend to be better for rendering. They have some built-in encoder or something that's pretty good for rendering things, right? H.264 with a bitrate on YouTube's range. Yeah, I was looking into H.265 versus H.264. People say H.265 is going to be the new thing, maybe? I don't know. It's a little more efficient. I think it's a little more efficient, but it sacrifices a tiny bit of quality. But I don't think there's, you know, much noticeable difference to me. You will by Christmas time? That'll be good.
Okay.
That'll be sick.
Oh, you just had to go and ruin this moment. Oh. Unless that's. Oh, see? Theories?
Why am I?
So here's one issue that I run into with these old recordings too, is all the audio is saved on one audio track. So game audio and my mic audio is saved on one audio track, which was just the nature of the file type that I was recording in. I changed it now. So my newer recordings, probably like after Endwalker, it'll split the audio. I'll have game, well, I'll have a combination of both on this audio track. Then I'll have my voice, just my voice recording on this one, and then just game on a different one. So I can isolate between the two and change those up. It depends, especially because your housemate is moving and she's taking like the fridge and stuff, so I'll need money to replace them.
He's taking your fridge?
Why am I? Was it you who called me here?
Oh, you see who he saw when he saw us? You saw that. Oh. Ah! Unless they're talking about Elidibus here.
We're talking about Elidibus.
Oh, I forgot to read it, sorry. Here. Oh, I forgot to read it. Sorry.
Sure, I'll leave that part in, maybe. Transition over.
Sorry. They were like something, you know, welcome as the new member of our order, like welcome to our order. At times you will stand with us, at times you will stand against us. All that you might steer mankind and the very star upon their true course.
Okay. Yours is the seed of Elidibus. Okay. Yeah. Disaster is always reminding me to read the chat logs. All the dialogue is saved there, so.
You'll go make yourself a mate?
what do you mean by that? I won't pretend it's tea anymore. Wait, what's a mate? And is this what you've been drinking every time you say, I'm gonna go make myself tea? You've been making this mate? Okay.
For yours is the seed of Elidibus, the emissary, and by this name shall your every action be guided. Oh yeah, we have the chat logs. On behalf of the convocation, I bid you welcome to our order. That's what they said. So here we're this person's taking the seed of Elidibus here. Oh! You think we? Because remember how there were
So you peered into my memories.
5.3 is def one of your favorite patches to watch reactions of. Yeah, because the 0.3s, right? And Disaster explained this to me. I got the hang of it. The 0.3s are like the conclusion to the previous or the current expansion, right? This is the conclusion. 5.3 is the conclusion to the base Shadowbringers arc that we've been going through. And then the 0.4s and the 0.5s and the 5.5s, those set up the next expansion, which can still be equally as juicy. But yeah, the 0.3s tend to be very juicy. Now there is a point in 0.3 that I vaguely remember. There's a certain fight that we have, and then there's a certain person who comes to help us, and they do a certain snap. My hands are a little lotioned up right now, so I can't snap, but they do a certain snap, and I completely missed it in the moment. I remember that, because Hiba yelled at me. She's like, you missed it! Because I was reading chat or something. It's basically a tea. Look up, okay, mate arts. Is it mate or mate? I'm assuming it's mate. National beverage of Argentina, Paraguay, Uruguay, also consumed in Bolivian Chaco. It's made by soaking dried. It's a caffeine-rich infused drink, soaking dried leaves of the yerba mate in hot water, and is served with a metal straw in a container, typically made from a calabash gourd. Isn't there a thing in South America? This could either be South America or in Asia. They have it, maybe it's like Vietnam or something. But they chew on these leaves. It could be like some kind of, it's supposed to be like akin to like a caffeine cocaine stimulus. But they chew on these these leaves, and that's like their pick me up. Okay, so this is what you're making every time. You're gonna make yourself some tea here. Interesting. Yeah, okay. Contains the stimulant caffeine. Contains, among other compounds, the stimulant caffeine. That looks interesting. See, I don't do well with caffeine. Caffeine gets me all kinds of jumpy. I'm very susceptible to caffeine here.
Oh, you think we? Because remember how there were
Anyway, what I was talking about before is I have to kind of manually go in and isolate game vocals and kind of boost those up, and then retract it when my vocals start again. I'll probably bump this up to like an 8.
Remember how there were
So you peered into my memories. No matter. You will have found little of import.
Actually, maybe I'll make this like a 9.
Because remember,
this is how nitpicky I get. Like, I want to make sure the transition into. Because sometimes, look, if I make this like a 12, you could notice, right?
So you peered into
like it's a jarring transition here, so I got to find like the sweet spot where the audio kind of just smoothly raises.
So you peered into
which is about a 9 here.
No matter.
Yeah, I think they do that in Asia too. They have a certain sort of leaf that they just munch on, you know.
Have found little of import. But I see you intended to summon me here no more than I intended to come. The fault is mine.
What if we were the previous Elidibus? Because remember, they're like, well, you know, what if this Elidibus is the successor to the original Elidibus who did the Zodiac stuff?
That's a thought. It's a thought. Okay, just shooting out ideas. Okay, shooting out ideas. Past Cav is okay.
Is the burden of such.
We'll cut to like here, like this. Dissolve that in.
Such is the burden of hope. Of hope.
Like an 8 stuff.
Such is the burden of hope.
Give back Ardbert's body.
That's a valid statement there. That's our friend.
Give back Ardbert's body. Yeah, give me back my friend's corpse.
There it is. It's my friend.
What fool?
It's my friend right there.
What fool would relieve of battle?
Do it because I asked. No, I told. Do it because I asked. No,
That which I do is no different from that which you have done.
Yeah, I'm
so
basically
many
reliving
times,
MSQ
warrior of
again.
darkness. I arm myself, I hone my skills, I make ready to vanquish my enemy. You.
trying to scuffle right now, son? Fisticuffs? Trying to scuffle? Cuffs?
You who have murdered my brothers, who have taken their selfless labors in service to the one true world and turned them to ash. I see you for what you are. You are death, and only in death shall you serve any purpose. The Convocation charged me to steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. As Elidibus, it is my duty, and I shall see it done.
Murderer.
Done,
Bump this up. Like
of course. As you who have murdered my brothers, skills, who have murdered my brothers, who have done.
Murderer. Scar from Lion King to Simba. Actually, that was Simba to Scar.
Oh, Hiba. Yeah, we'll leave that in. Oh yeah, this is one of like my presets that I created myself. Like a simple zoom, right? It's handy to have here.
Murderer. Scar.
This is basically the I lost my stack zoom.
Done.
Murderer. Scar from Lion King to Simba. Actually, that was Simba to Scar. Someone's not all caught up in their Disney lore. Remember? When Scar, first Simba went back to Pride Rock, and
Okay,
Scar
we're
had
talking
his mind
about
all, and then he made him spill the bean,
yeah, we're talking about Lion King lore here.
and then
We'll skip through that.
had Simba pinned like his father, Mufasa, and he's like,
This is the hard part about editing the MSQs, is because I always go on tangents with the people in chat. So I end up editing out a lot.
okay, let's continue.
I will strike you down.
Strike me down.
Let's cut through all of it.
Remember?
I will strike you down.
Then I think I do a Star Wars quote here. Yeah, Star Wars quote.
I will strike you down.
Strike me down, and I will become more powerful than you can ever.
Destroy you body and soul. All else must wait.
What's up, dude?
Destroy
Never.
you body.
Never.
Destroy you body and soul. All else must wait.
I might go back and use that for a thumbnail.
What's up, dude? There's another Star Wars reference though. Strike me down, and I shall become.
Come for you, warrior of darkness, and I will save the world.
God damn it! Strike me down, and I will become more powerful than you could possibly ever imagine. I forget exactly what he said. All right, a little bit. I shall become. I talk a lot. I've gotten complaints about that I talk too much during MSQ. This is my style though, so.
The world.
God damn it, strike me down and I will. A little bit.
One last matter.
Oh, we'll cut ahead here, like this. Got some of that space here.
One last matter.
Sup? Sup?
I bore witness to your final struggle with Emmet Selk. It seemed as if he saw something familiar in you.
Yes.
As if he mistook. Familiar in you.
Yes.
As if he mistook you for another.
Nope.
I do remember getting very confused during MSQ around this time
Another.
too. What happens to be, well, I remember this throughout the entire game, because I would think about all these different possibilities, trying to predict the future, and then I end up like second guessing myself all the time. Sometimes the answer is like plainly in front of me, and I'm just like, no, it can't be. And I'm thinking of like other things.
Another.
We'll skip
Well,
ahead
Kevin,
here.
it's like I was in the movie. Huh? My rendition. You know what I'm talking about. By the way, the Obi-Wan Kenobi
God damn it.
Darth Vader fight in A New Hope, somebody did it in new old good shit. He called me his new old friend. It was pretty good shit. He called me his.
The biggest upgrade your PC can get is an attachment that gives you more USB ports. You're always one short. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Yeah, I have just enough for what I need. Because I got this audio interface here with the microphone. Because I have this condenser mic, so I need to use the audio interface to actually record on my PC here. Then I got the webcam, got my externals, mouse, keyboard, hard drives, got the Elgato.
As if he mistook you for another.
He called me his.
You for another.
He called me his new old friend.
No. I recall not of.
New old friend.
Oh, here's a point. This is a thing, right? See, listen to this part.
No. I recall not of whom he spoke. Mayhap I never knew you. Or mayhap it is another fragment lost.
Mayhap it is another fragment lost. There's moments like that in the game where if you're just going through MSQ, like you don't necessarily understand the full context, but looking back after understanding the story and realizing an Endwalker, the whole memory thing, right? It all starts to make sense. Like there's a reason why he doesn't remember us right now in this present moment here. Just super cool. One of the coolest ones was in the beginning of Shadowbringers when we are finding the beacon that Graha left behind. By the way, I'm probably the only person in the whole Final Fantasy XIV community who didn't know that the Crystal Exarch was going to turn out to be Graha. But in the beginning, we find the beacon before we head into the first, and the beacon has the Ironworks symbol on it. And Biggs and Wedge are like, oh, that has our symbol on it. And I'm just like, oh, that's interesting. And it doesn't make sense until later on you figure out how Graha got back there, why that has the symbol on it, right? Those little callbacks that if you replay through the story, you'll be like, oh shit, that makes sense. That's why that was like that.
No. I recall not of whom he spoke.
You didn't know either because you did Crystal Tower ages before Shadowbringers. So that was the thing too, because Disaster was telling me that it wasn't even, depending on when you started playing, it wasn't even a requirement to do the Crystal Tower So some people missed out via that because they never did it. For me, by the time I started playing, I had to do the Crystal Tower. But the amount of time that had passed between the Crystal Tower, when I did that, to Shadowbringers, there was so much time that passed. At the beginning of Shadowbringers, that is also connected to the raid you never did, Feels Bad Men. It is? Oh, snap. You're not talking about the Crystal Tower, because I did have to do the Crystal Tower. But all the signs were there, right? But in the beginning of Shadowbringers, when you first meet the Crystal Exarch, there's a dialogue option where you're like, hey, like, whatever happened to Graha Tia? Like, are you Graha? You literally ask the Exarch, like, hey, are you Graha Tia? And he's like, no, I've never heard of that name, blah, blah, blah. And I think that ever since that point, when I was continuing through MSQ, I was like, oh, okay, so Graha's off the table. I wonder who this guy is. What a liar. Oh, Alexander. Yeah, I never did Alexander. One day we'll go back and do it. We'll definitely do it. There's a lot I gotta catch up on. But yeah, so this point here, this is super cool to see.
It is another fragment lost.
They'll stick it to my guns right now, so something changes.
Ah, I wasn't aware you already had a guest. If the conversation is constructive, I shall not intrude.
Whose voice is that? That sounds so goddamn familiar.
Okay, so yeah, I might omit that
it's
part.
the Exarch.
Okay, no, I'll keep that in.
Shall not intrude.
Whose voice is that? That sounds so goddamn familiar. Oh, it's the Exarch.
But if you seek to stir up trouble, Elidibus, then I must insist you leave at once.
Okay, my memory isn't the best.
You leave at once.
Shit. Graha Tia.
This is a cool scene. Oh, I might want to use that at some point. Oh, okay, we're getting into some juicy stuff. Control Z that. Also, well, make sure you back up your projects and have like autosave on, because I've lost some projects in that way. I highly recommend doing that. Actually, is that enough context here? Maybe I we'll cut up to here instead. That kind of happened so fast there. Get a little more context.
Graha Tia.
Though you lack her blessing, your soul is surprisingly dense.
Come on, Graha, you mom.
Though you lack her blessing.
Come on, Graha, you can't walk up all cool like that and then be caught unawares like that, man. You should have blocked that. Like, remember? Wax on, wax off. You should have waxed off right there.
God damn it.
Oh God, what's gonna happen now?
Worry not.
Oh no, Graha,
Worry
my
not.
boy.
I seem to be unharmed.
Was he like just?
To be unharmed.
I'll bump this up to like a 9.
Worry not.
Was he like just taking measure, or was he unable to penetrate his soul ether? Don't be mean to Graha Tia. I'm just saying he walked up all cool, man. He should have just been like, "Wah! Can't touch this." No.
So dumb.
Dude, did he get poisoned?
Very wary about the poison in this game. I'm paranoid every time Warrior of Light drinks something.
No. Dude, did he get poisoned? God damn it.
This is my own doing. The consequence of my recent exertions. It is the tower's way of compensating me for the demands I have placed on it.
Warrior of Light should have seen it coming. Your echo has failed you. Warrior of Light should have seen it coming. Your echo has failed you.
Rest assured, it is. Rest assured.
They're gonna get you, dude. Ever since the end of A Realm Reborn, oh my god, So paranoid. Paranoid about everything.
Warrior of Light should have seen it coming. Your echo has failed you.
Rest assured, it is no great inconvenience at present.
I can't argue with that.
Indeed, I told Beck Lug as much, but they would not be.
Bump this up, and then I'm gonna stealthily.
Failed you.
Rest assured, it is no great inconvenience at present.
I can't argue with that.
Bump this up here. One day you'll have a drink and it'll not be poison, and then you'll eat the food and fall unconscious. By the way, speaking of poison and the person who did get poisoned, I am 6 out of 12 of variant dungeon pathways, and I'm very curious to see or learn more about the general lore of the subterranean, I forget what they call it, Old Da here, especially the whole Nanamo plotline and her family, her parents. I haven't actually read the journals yet, but I think I'll have to go through and once I get all of them and kind of read them and see what's up with that. But I'm hoping we get some good stuff. And remember, there is the connection because we're going through Hildebrand now. Who would have thought we'd see a callback there? But in Hildebrand, during the whole wedding ceremony in Casa del Sol, there were the guards who were of, is it Gerber or Gerber? They're of the Gerber Order or whatever, Gerber Order. And that's what we're dealing with down there right now, presently. Isn't that kind of crazy? So they're still, the Order is still kind of alive, but it seems like they had some sort of operations down there at one point. I shit you not, the Hildy questline has been a bit more about that. Oh, they're gonna have even more. Yeah. People were saying that there's lore bits in Hildebrand, right? There's got to be some lore bits to find there. That's gonna be interesting.
Indeed, I told Beck Lug as much, but they would not be persuaded and sent me away to rest.
So the conversation is here. We bump this up to like a 9.
Indeed, I told. No need to make a fuss. Strange as it may sound,
Aside being paranoid of death, there's certain.
Yeah, I might just skip through that one dialogue piece there. Save a little bit of space or time on the vid, right?
Aside being paranoid of death, there's certain actions that I get paranoid of.
Who would have thought? Past Kev and future Kev, we think alike, right? On the same.
One of them I never really talk about, but the first one is whenever like someone drinks something, right? Ever since Rome were born. But the other one is, you know, passing by someone like this.
That's because Sir Amaric Baymaric got shanked in Heaven's Ward. Just passing by someone, boom, got shanked. Small spoiler, but current Hildy has an alien as a character, which is interesting considering we thought pretty much the entire universe was dead. I mean, how do they explain the whole Ulti thing? Ulti's, I'm assuming, from a different universe too. There's another, I mean, it's not exactly related to the alien thing. But that is curious considering everything we went through in Endwalker. You're talking about current Hildy, current Endwalker Hildy, right? The other thing I was curious about is in the variant dungeons, they also make references to zombies. Straight up just zombies. What's that about? We're talking about zombies. And I was thinking, like, the only other time, like, I've really seen zombies was in Hildebrand. Right? One of the first quests is the whole zombie thing. And those are, like, literal zombies. But there was some time in the past they exterminated a bunch of zombies. Whatever that means, right?
Right? Ever since, like, Amaric got stabbed and then... You know, the Fordola flashback with the guy crossed the dude who called him a bucket head or something. What do you call him? An imperial bucket head lover or something. Really bad things happen when you cross your foe like that.
Brave souls who saw me delivered unto the first once said that the world shall ever have a place for tales of heroism, so long as we have need of inspiration in our lives.
Oh. Piano. That's such a beautiful track. I gotta put that on the Spotify too.
Soul.
What song is this? Hold on. They were playing it. Oh, let me see if I can find it.
Across his eye.
Or picture books. Can you y'all let me know what song
Can I
this
just
is?
have you know I'm really fast here, okay?
If someone told me that was like ancient rockin' or something, I'd be like, yeah.
I was gonna say, I love this music right now. You should check out the
That song.
Have you know I'm really fast, you're gonna be the rotten egg. Dude, she's got it.
That song, the dun 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 dun. Oh, I think it goes like stand tall. Is that it?
She's a general, man. I was gonna say, I love this.
Eternal Wind. I'm gonna find that one. Is it the stand tall? Stand tall. You know? Okay, let me find it. Let's find it. Let's find it right now. This we can add it to let's see, Eternal. No, but this is like a Stormblood thing. No, this isn't the one. Is it this one? It kind of sounds like that, but I don't think it's quite that one. Oh, Stand Tall. Oh, is it that one? Because I already have that one on the playlist here. This is the stream playlist. Tomorrow and Tomorrow. There's the reprise. Is that the one? I already have this here then. Oh, this one's so good. Oh, it's an FF4 song. Okay. Is that the one that they were playing right here though? This just might be like a instrumental version.
Dude, she's got it. She's a general, man.
Yeah, because this has dun-na-na-na-na-na.
She's got it. I was gonna say, I love.
Yeah, I think that's it. It's the same one. That's why I liked it so much. That's one of my favorite ones. Dude, this year, did I just close out my Spotify? This year is gonna be, you know how Spotify does your yearly end rewind? In the past, for the past 4 years, it's been like, oh, hip hop and, you know, whatever. This year, it's going to be straight like, oh, you've been a fan of Soken here, or like Final Fantasy music, because that's all we've listened to on stream here. It's literally going to be that. Oh, FF3. It's an FF3 song. Okay, I got it.
If someone told me that was like ancient rock, oh, you know.
Though he and his fellows had no way of knowing whether their mad scheme would amount to anything.
Are they talking about Sid here? Is he referencing Sid? Computer's thinking right now.
Knew that the attempt alone would inspire hope. Or so they hoped.
Bucket Lover, yeah, they were Bucket Lover, yeah, they're referencing like the Imperial armor and helmets, so you're like you Buckethead lover or something, right? I forget exactly what they said. I think he said something like that.
A more optimistic lot one would be hard pressed to find.
Yeah, he's talking about the people who sent him back.
They said they would find a means to save our
Right?
God's forsaken world.
Yeah.
Just as soon as they had sent me on my way. Said it with such confidence that, for a fleeting moment, I half believed them.
Oh, I just got the chills for some reason. You ever get that? Watching a movie? It happens a lot to me in Final Fantasy. Like a piece of dialogue or music or a combination. Something as simple as that, and like I just get like a little body tingle.
That, for a fleeting
I'll turn that up a little bit.
moment, I half believed them.
I wonder if he's referencing people we know, or because I know you got sent back to the past. Like, what? I'm throwing out a number here. Wasn't it like hundreds of years after or something? For some reason I want to say 400, but maybe I'm really off. Something. You've been in the closet with Bucket. I don't reference. Oh, is that? Remember the cartoon looks so. Anyway. Let's just skip through that. I don't know if chat ever answered my question there.
Such faith. Such courage in the face of unrelenting despair. For a long time, it was more
Like the piano.
Yeah, the music is always so good.
Like the piano. Digging the piano right now.
FF3 is the game with the Crystal Tower. Oh, is it? Interesting.
But having come this far, having sent full...
See, I would love to experience all those old, because right now we're getting... Which FF did you guys say it was? Final Fantasy V or something? The whole Void Arc right now with Golbez and Barb and his I forget what he calls them, but the quad, his quad group of champions. There's an old trailer for the remake, and there's a Crystal Tower shot that looks almost exactly like the one they did in the ARR trailer. Oh, interesting. Golbez is 4. Okay. Yeah, see, it'd be cool to have all that prior knowledge of... It's cool, prior knowledge of all the old Final Fantasy games. So you could be like, oh, I recognize that. On the other hand, though, me not having that prior knowledge just, you know, makes for more surprises, because I'm not expecting, you know, certain things to happen based on my previous notions of the older games.
Things more clearly.
I'm gonna bump this entire thing up here because I know that eventually
I like those.
See things more clearly.
we go like a 10.
But having come this far, to take action is to hope. To believe, to choose to believe, is to take the first step towards a brighter future.
I like those words. I like it. To take action is to hope, and to choose to believe it towards a brighter future. That's true.
Yeah, I'm so paranoid. I save after like every single edit I make.
And why do
They do mix it up though. People weren't expecting Fabrizio this last patch. Oh, okay. Okay. So the next patch we won't be getting the next extreme, but we'll be getting more story on the whole Agalea plotline, which is very interesting in itself because we're getting 12 lore, which we talked about when we got there. Like, we never really get that much 12 lore. I mean, it's in the world, unless I miss some side quests, but there's no like stories like directly like truly discussing the 12. But we see it in the world, the statues and the factions and the guilds that, you know, pay tribute to them, things like that. Oh, we will be getting the new extreme. Oh, we'll get the new extreme in 5.3, and then 5.4 is gonna be the next Agalea.
And why do I tell you this?
And an ultimate. Are we ready for the ultimate? Let's hop right into the ultimate.
Because I want you to indulge me in a little... Needless to say, I have a plan. And a favor of you.
Dude, yeah, look at his arm. I'm happy that Graha made it out. I like Graha.
Another favor of you.
Dude, yeah, look at his arm. Not as glowy. Arm. Not as glowy. Oh shit. Something's happening. I forget what happens next.
You're both here, thank goodness.
Ah shit. Which I'm sure we'll go for world first. Yeah. Let's go world first. Let's go, baby. Wait. When do we get the next Panda then? Because is that in 5.3? If 5.4 is a Galea, does Panda have Panda 5.3 then? We get a new extreme and the next tier, or what? Because I'm also very curious about the Panda plot. There's a lot of good plot lines going on right now in the patches. I'll tell you that much. Ah shit. What's happening now?
What's wrong?
Let's skip that. We'll go straight to here. Panda and 6.4. Oh. Oh, but then we're also gonna get a Galea in 6.4. Now.
It's Thancred. He's collapsed.
Oh yeah, okay, this is it. Oh no. Yeah, this is what's happening. Gotta save our friends. Oh no. Is this time running out here? Skip ahead here. Oh no. Is this time running out here? Alice A2. She started hearing that ringing in her head. We're running out of time. Okay, look at that. So in this video, I use this as a reference here. We've literally only covered part of the first 2 quests here. This one and this one. I want to see if I can squeeze a little bit more. Wait, a Galea is in 6 point. Okay, I'm being dumb. I'm sorry, Nawal. I'm just being dumb. That's it. Don't mind me. You know my antics. I'm gonna see if I can squeeze in a little bit more here. Let's go up to like 30 minutes at the least here. What comes next in the story? And that's the question. Yo, this person's name is Lowly Cook. He's a little bit around the his healing magics are right along. Well, I can delete this one. Just filler. Yeah, we gotta see what's up with our boy. All right, Thancred. Let's go. Let's cut straight to this here then. In her head. All right. Yeah, Disaster showed me. It was pretty funny. They dragged you here too, did they? My apologies. How do you feel? Embarrassed, but otherwise well. They're doing a weird thing by combining the MSQ with what would have been a trial series like Ruby Weapon and such. Oh, okay. Also, speaking of the patches, I think one of the, and I'll have time for this, but whenever it concludes, I'd like to have a, because I'm sure there's going to be some crazy things happening with this character, but I would like to do a 0 MV like I did for Yotsuyu. Because that'd be a little more current, right? I think people might like that. We got an MSQ boss in 6.2 when we normally would have gotten one in 6.3. Oh. Okay. I get it. I understand. Also get a 6.3 MSQ boss. Okay. Okay. It's making some sense to me now. We'll go with, let's make it a diagonal whip right now. Whip it. Pop it. Let's whip this like. They dragged you here too, did they? See, this happens even when I'm not streaming, but like this effect, it's just so heavy on my computer that it just stutters through it too. You here too, did they? My apologies. How do you feel? Embarrassed, but otherwise well enough. I won't be staying overnight. This episode was not the result of. Well, every now and then I like to cut it. Actually, quite a lot. A lot of the time, I like to cut out this dead space here. Hey, my apologies. How do you feel? How do you feel? Embarrassed, but otherwise well enough. I won't be staying overnight. This episode was not the result of any injury I could find. Thancred's ether, however, did show signs of instability, and I did what I could to calm the fluctuations. Yeah, we're running out of time, man. And all this happened without warning. And all this happened. Oh, I bet he's been hearing the ringing. It happened without warning. Oh, I bet he's been hearing the ringing, right, in his head. He will doubtless recall that time Orion nearly drowned and I gallantly went to his rescue, and that time too. When his water walking charm failed, he was tired, and as were you when you got back. We were both spent, yes, on account of which you begged us to rest, which in retrospect, the ringing, right, in his head. Might gloss over this part here. I think we can safely cut to this part here.
right, in his head. The fact is, I've been experiencing regular bouts of lightheadedness ever since. But there's no actual... Damn. There's been no actual fainting until now. I mean, that could just be like physical exhaustion, but they said his ether is in flux. Right? Ether is in flux. Is she feeling it too?
Yeah, Alizé's having that realization right now, like, oh shit, I'm getting the same thing.
Is she feeling it too? She's getting the lightheadedness. As Alpha Noah observed, I have no lingering injuries, and it most assuredly isn't old age, which leaves but only one likely cause. The link between body and soul has weakened further. Time grows short. We must complete the spirit vessel with all haste. To that end, Kev, my mission of looking in on our friends' bodies, I would have you endeavor to address them.
We can
in the
skip to
meantime,
that.
we know this much, that in each of the places he has visited, brings the suspicious, black-clad strangers. Moreover, the coming of these shady individuals has invariably coincided with elements rather
Might be able to
conveniently
skip
to
through
make
that.
Olympus's call for new heroes reverberate that much. Yep, these black-clad strangers do, and I fully intend to. God knows I've been. Mayhap Urianger too can be. He has a.
I think we can skip to this.
Well,
Cut to the next.
He'll do no such thing. However, all being well, we will have new.
I think we can just cut to the next story bit here.
Time grows short. We must complete the spirit vessel with all haste.
Yep. That's a good point right there.
There and back again to Taru. I mean, you see our friends rest these past.
Yeah. We'll just cut straight back to the source here. Good. Let's go for a spin. We're going for a spin.
There and back. There and back again to Taru. Oh, you didn't like Game of Thrones though, so that's why I'm aiming. Friends, they taken a turn for the worse. You see our friends.
We can cut to that part right there, like that. See, I'm trying to. This is what I do now. Well, I'm trying to compromise. What do I leave in? What do I keep? And I wanna let's get our zoom sound effect in here.
There.
Put this in the mid.
There and back again to Taru. You see our friends, they taken a turn for the worse. Charles hardly had a moment's rest these past few days. Oh shit. He didn't want everyone at quantity. Oh, but listen to me. I call myself a receptionist.
And cut to the next one.
This end. More like they're supposed to be likable.
Yeah. Well, we can cut to the corral scene here. Good. Actually, we might even skip over the Zataru part. We can probably leave this all out. Just go straight to corral.
The first episode, I think you'll like it. Maybe. The first episode is kind of not as like in depth up, but serious.
Excuse us.
Yeah, it's hella dark in here.
This way.
And I think we can cut to this.
I remember this part.
Actually, we could probably cut all this part out here. I'm gonna delete that clip. Start over here. Next one.
Okay, it's dark and spooky.
We can delete this part out here and we'll start back here like this. Spin into it as we did before. This.
Okay, it's dark and spooky, and the Hiba doesn't remember this scene. Wonder if it's dark for a reason.
Cut to that. It's a valid thought. Valid thought to
Wonder if it's dark for a reason. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of what's that anime where they go into a virtual RPG and they get stuck in there? This reminds me of what's that anime where they go into a This reminds me of
Start over here. Sure.
You know what this reminds me of?
This reminds me of. We'll probably cut that part out. This reminds me of. Can cut all that out. What's that anime where they go into a virtual RPG and they get stuck in there? We were talking about this. Yeah, their bodies are in here. I was wondering why it was so dark. Oh, we didn't see that light before.
I would rather you hadn't. I would rather you hadn't. I would. I would rather you. I would rather you. I would rather you hadn't seen this.
Oh yeah, Sword Art Online. Yeah, Sword Art Online. That reminds me of this, right? Because in the real world, they're like people, their bodies are in like hospitals and they're on like life support while they're in the virtual world, right? An anime reference for y'all?
I'm sorry. We have urgent. I'm not angry with you. How hard every return home. I gave us the time you needed.
Probably boost this up.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We have urgent tidings. Oh, no, I'm not angry with you. On the contrary.
This is super low. Like an 8?
I'm sorry.
Maybe like a 9?
I'm sorry. We have urgent tidings. No, I'm not angry with you. On the contrary. I know full well how hard everyone has been searching for a way to return home.
Dang, man.
But given our friend's present state, for the best that you came.
Man.
But given our friend's present state, perhaps it was for the best that you came.
I wonder if there's a reason for keeping them in like darkness. Like this. It's so, it must be so weird,
Stiff
right?
and cold.
It must be so weird,
Stiff
right?
and cold, all of them, as if they were made of wax.
She sounds tired, yeah. Yeah, Kara was putting in work and during this part of the game. She was keeping everyone, right?
Stiff and cold, all of them, as if they were made of wax.
She sounds tired, yeah. Tataru said she's been up for like days, right? And then you know, it's weird. We just saw them on the first. We're talking with them, they're moving, they have like life, and then here they're just
Barely alive at all.
comatose.
Alive at all.
They're just
Barely alive at all.
yeah, this was some good stuff. Comatose. Oh, yeah, we just had some moments and now I thought that was Alice. I thought that was Alice. But apparently that's
And
Alpha
they
No.
had been doing so well, save for occasion.
Cut to this. This. Comatose. I thought that was Alice. I thought that was Alice. So here's one thing that I don't do for these MSQ videos, but this scene is so dark. This is just the natural lighting of the game for me right now. I haven't taken the time to do this because I feel like there's a lot going on here. But for a scene like this, you very well might want to like go in here and maybe even color correct this a little bit, right? A little bit of balancing here. Looks a little off though. I can even something just to make it look a little. You can see the imperfections. Kev's face though, as I try to manipulate this. It looks all pixely and everything. Maybe the contrast. But yeah, that would be way too much. I have not attempted to even do that. But even something like that would be easier to see compared to what we were looking at before. It looks a little off though. Let's reset everything. Leave it dark.
I thought that was Alice A.
Actually, did I? Something. Reset everything. Reset everything. All right. Back to the darkness we go.
I thought that was Alice A. But apparently that's Alpha No.
Been doing so well. Save for occasional signs of etheric instability, things took a turn for the worse. A change for which even then, she could only remind me that the soul...
Yeah, I wonder if the...
We'll bump this one up a little bit here. 10, maybe?
Been doing so well.
Alpha No.
Been doing so well. Save for occasional signs of etheric...
Make a 9. A little jarring.
Alpha No.
Been doing so well.
Yeah, I wonder if there was like something that occurred that is making them turn for the worse, or it was just a matter of time, and this was bound to happen, and now it's happening.
But let's not lose heart just yet. At times like these, it is all the more important in Thancred's ether.
We'll leave this in.
That we remain positive. Why? I but this moment.
Oh yeah, so when Thancred passed out in the first, over here he was having all these fluctuations too, and even in the first they were saying like his ether was all fluctuating and everything, but
unfortunately I won't be able to get in game and get my screenshots for a thumbnail. I don't think I took many when we were going through this.
And while the others have weakened, they have remained relatively stable. I may leave my post for a moment.
dude, I'd be scared to leave.
For a moment.
Dude, I'd be scared.
We're also getting to the point in the recordings. We'll call it the ADs. This is the after Disastra times. Disastra disappeared after 5.3, or in the middle of 5.3, all the way until we didn't reconnect until the end of Endwalker. Ironically enough.
Dude, I'd be scared to leave the post. Like, what if they die when I'm gone? Because I left.
So come. So come. Let me hear your tale outside. Outside.
Because I left.
So come.
Dude, this is so depressing. It's so morbid in here.
Yeah, the AD after Disastra.
Dude, this is so dark. It's so depressing. It's so morbid in here. Foreshadowing? Wait, I wasn't paying close enough attention to... Dang. Foreshadowing? Was someone's body less illuminated?
Might leave that part in, depending on where our conversation goes next. The second Umbral era, yeah.
After the strum, I'll go back and look at it. Was it like anything like to falter? It's all... I don't need to rewatch. Are you sure? I know this consultant exerted his aid in person, even attempt.
Oh boy.
Who's the person? I can't put my...
Can we squeeze in another quest here?
Yeah, could
what
you
time
spare
is
a
it?
moment while Crow goes and... Since we might be waiting a while, I wondered if you wouldn't mind giving me a hand. I'm gonna meet... I had better be off... Depending on how our patients fare in my...
Squeeze in another quest in this video.
Oh, look!
Should I squeeze in another quest? Yo, Lily, you're home. Welcome home. We're still here editing. We're just editing. Almost done with this video, I would say. Yeah, we're doing cool. We're just chilling. Shooting the shit and watching past Kev shooting the shit with Sorel and Disastra in the past. You saw the video's title. What's in patch 6.28? I have no idea. Apparently they balanced some jobs a little bit. They buffed Black Mage. according to Nawal here. There we go. All right, what's in food for the soul here? Oh, this is the Archon loaf thing. Maybe we can squeeze that in. Wait. It's so depressing. It's so morbid. Who's the person? Kev, could you spare a moment while Kral goes? And since we might be about to end it soon too, don't let the house do. I shall see you soon, either here. Oh look at Tataru. She's got on little. Well, we're going through the Archon loaf portion here. Forbidden here. Oh look. Let's whip this. We'll whip it left. But they did do some make some PvP changes too, apparently. Yeah. So in general for Black Mage, they buffed everything related to Enochian. And then there's PvP changes, but I'm not quite sure what those entail. Dude, I haven't done any Crystalline Conflict this entire season. It's been so long. I don't know if I have the fortitude to grind Crystal again. Oh, the new DC. Are people going to be flocking there to get their houses and everything? Look at Tataru. She's got on little chef's outfit here. With the color. Same color palette. There you are, Kev. As I'm sure you've guessed, the gift is a bit of home cooking. Unlike Kral, I can't do much to help our friends directly. Get a little bit of cooking in here. Same color palette. There you are, Kev. As I'm sure you've guessed. Sticking with the color. Same color. Can't do much to help our friends directly, but that doesn't mean I've been idle. No, I've been doing my best for the Order, taking on this job and that to keep our coffers full. I've even helped out with the Ishgardian restoration. So cute, yeah. I like how she keeps the same color palette. Like all the hats are always that reddish crimson color. And in the course of all this, my culinary skill. You did a few CC. Key Lime's been grinding. Key Lime's been telling me that they've been grinding CC. I think they made it back to platinum. It's so funny. It's so funny that Key Lime is you know, I'm hanging out with Key Lime, right? Because we've had past history without, you know, and who would have thought that we'd be here hanging out in the future? Because season 1 and season 2 of Crystalline Conflict, we were both, you know, duking it out in crystal rank. And then I remember the first time Keyline popped in, they were like, "Oh, I recognize you from CC." I'm like, "Yeah, I recognize your name, Keyline." Yeah, time to transfer. Nah, we ain't transferring. The only place you're transferring to is Coral. The PvE job changes is pretty much bust to get rid of the range tax. What is this range tax? I should watch a video on that, because on YouTube I get every now and then I get these videos popping up about like, oh, the range tax is here, and then oh, the range tax is gone. I'm like, what does that mean? You said you weren't streaming, just another in a series of lies. Did I say I wasn't streaming? Or did I say I wasn't streaming Final Fantasy 14? Think about that. Although, by the way, Disastra, I don't know when it happens, but we're in patch 5.3 and we're getting to the AD times, the after Disastra times. This is where you ghosted us. You ghosted us for like half a year or something. I forget how long it was. It was a while though. Range DPS did less damage in general because they had the advantage of hitting the enemy from wherever. But now hitboxes are so big that melee hit the boss from wherever too. Oh. So they had to rebuff range in some sense then. It sounds like they debuffed them in some sense. Sorry, you were so busy learning to adjust to a completely new sleep schedule. I had to go. All it took to reconnect was finally putting out Final Fantasy videos again, and you leaving a comment like, "Hey, it's been 6 months, but hey homie, how's it going? It's me, Disastra, blah blah blah." I'm like, you son of a bitch, I thought you died.
Crimson color. And in the course of all this, my culinary skills have come on quite a bit, so I thought, why not make something for our friends? It's baking in the oven as we speak. Shouldn't be long now. I like how the Lalafell, this Lalafell is always standing on the stool here to do her work. There, baked to perfection, even if I do say so. Some bread?
We'll cut to this.
Some bread? That sounds pretty good. I wonder, is it like a sweet bread?
You know what I don't need to wake up early on my day off for streams? That is true. You don't need to do that. I thought like I said, I thought there was a small part there was a part of me that I was like, oh shit, did Disaster die or something? Because I remember you had that one bout of COVID and you were gone for a bit. And when you came back, you were like, dude, COVID hit me really freaking hard. Like, really hard. So the morbid part of my brain was like, oh shit, did Disaster get COVID again?
Smells great. Your cake looks like bread. Your cake.
You should start your day off with streams. The perfect start to any day. Your breakfast.
Sweet bread? Your cake looks like bread. It's a nice detail. Bread. It is bread.
Archon loaf.
It is bread, silly, and not just any old bread. This here is old world bread. Archon loaf, to be precise. It's what they eat over in Charlian. That's old world bread. Simple fare, I admit, but I thought it would remind our friends of home. If nothing else, Kral tells me it's a good source to lend them a bit of strength at least. I swear, there must be like a skunk outside my window or something. It's smelling kind of funky.
Bring back the beard, to be honest.
There truly is nothing like the smell of fresh bread, or bread fresh from the oven. Wow, and if it isn't Rambros too. Oh, outside my window.
This was actually... I think y'all missed it. I think before I started streaming, I think my beard was even longer. There was one point during COVID where it was like... It was looking pretty freaking rugged. I'll tell you that much. I just said fuck it. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna let it grow. It got kind of gnarly.
Or something. It's smelling kind of fun. And if it isn't Rambros too. Oh. What's up, dude? It's smelling kind of funky. There truly is nothing like kind of funky. Oh. What's up, dude? I remember you. I trust you require no...
You should grow a pomp. Unfortunately, I think that time has passed for me. I missed my window. So I live vicariously through Warrior of Light. That reminds me that Kev is in the new pint video. I'm in the new pint video. What do you mean by Kev is in the new pint video? There's a new pint video? Should we watch a new pint video? Should we farm content and watch the new pint video? Should we do that next time we're all here? Easy views. Yes, we should watch it. He has a picture of your character and he literally says you suck. It was kind of a trip. Okay, well, I'm gonna wait for Nawal to speak the truth here, because you're like Wormtongue. You ever seen Lord of the Rings? You're basically like Wormtongue. By the way, how did that guy get through life with the name Wormtongue? Well, isn't no one like, hey, this guy's name is Wormtongue, we shouldn't trust him?
What's up, dude? I remember you. I trust you require no introductions. Greetings, my friend. Full glad am I to see you well. I remember you. I don't remember. Was he the relic? No, he. What was he doing? What do we do with him? I confess, I have a long list of questions to ask you, but I will endeavor to contain my curiosity for the present. I understand our mutual friend is struggling with the application of certain elegant technologies. I have been keeping Rambo surprised of events in the first. About the Exarch. Oh, is he the guy? This is the guy we talked about.
Skip ahead to this. The most viewed video in the Clips channel is the pint reaction, so... Oh, really? Okay, well, next time we're all on, we can watch it together then. Now, I'm assuming you already watched it. Wait, so were you live? What are you talking about when Kev is in the new pint video? Did the Pompadour make a cameo?
Technologies.
Is the Pompadour famous now?
Before we entered the Crystal Palace, who was part of that order or something, right? I think. If anyone alive can provide insight into this matter, it is him and his fellow sons. Yeah, like there's the sons of something. The sons of I forget their names though. It was or something, right? I think.
Also, I gotta hit the restroom. It's time for a pee break.
We've been going ham on the
editing here. Non-stop editing. Cheers. Oh. I sent you on Discord? Alright. Let me... It's opened up. We'll get it opened up. Ooh. You made Storm Captain? I just got Storm Captain too. No, but you gotta get to 10 command missions. So you can get the emotes. Make sure you do that. Throw this over here. Alright, I'm gonna go hit the restroom. Don't you want to emo? We can squat together, and we can do push-ups together, and we could do sit-ups together. Alright, give me 1 second. I'll be here. You don't recognize Kev without his purple elephant outfit? I'm just glad he finally found a glam that hides his hair, to be honest. Y'all are hating. Y'all are just haters, that's it. Alright, what do we got going on over here, huh? Oh, there's CT again. General. We gotta add this person to the Pompadorables here. Look at this person. Isn't that a handsome lad? That's a handsome lad right there. I'll tell you that much. You know, it was funny. Yesterday I was going through the Orzine Aquarium event, and I was interrogating one of the suspects, and the suspect had a bodyguard. It was basically a staff member to make sure nothing got out of hand. But the suspect had a bodyguard that had a pomp, and I got 100% distracted. I stopped interrogating the suspect, and I went up to the guy with the pomp, and I started talking to the pomp. And the funny thing is, he was already in the Pompadorables. See, That's what you're just jealous. You don't have what we have. We have a unique and wonderful community of pompadorables that you just can't be a part of, unfortunately. I should put out that video. I think it'd be cool, I guess.
If anyone alive can provide insight into this matter, it is him and his fellow sons. Yeah, like there's the sons of the sons of I forget their names though. It was loath am I to disappoint you after so glowing an endorsement. Memory transference.
We'll just skip right to the meat and potatoes here. Did you watch Cyberpunk yet? Because I'm literally getting started on my AMV. I'm starting a little bit here. I have a project for it.
I think memory transference was the sole province of Allegan royalty. Its mechanisms closely guarded secret of Antioch. Was it Antioch? Antiquity?
It was like Koinak
the Sons
or
of
something.
Antiquity or something. I don't know. Its mechanisms closely guarded secret royalty. Its mechanisms royalty.
I'm just gonna skip through all that.
Antiquity. Its
You on your way to work, Disass? Disass? I'll call you Disass. Disass.
royalty. Its mechanisms closely guarded secrets. If any record of them remains, we have yet to find it. To wit, I regret that I can offer no solution to your problem.
You watch it at some point. It's good. I think you'll like it. It's short and sweet. It's got some cool action. It's got some cool story moments and all that. I think to me I thought it captured the cyberpunk world pretty cool, and it had some like callbacks to the game. Like they'll have like scenes with like certain characters in passing or something. You'd be like, oh, I remember that guy. You requested night off last month. Bad night to be commuting in this trash city. Oh, because it's Halloween right now. Oh, today's Halloween. You watch up to the 4th episode, you get back to it eventually. Let me see if I can open up that thing. I just kind of got started on a thing. I'll show you guys. There's a song that I'm going to use. It's Halloween today. I didn't even realize it was Halloween. Isn't that crazy? Oh, shit. It's about to be November. Then we got Thanksgiving coming up and some other stuff. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is it. I just barely started. I got the track that I wanted to use, which is down here. I'm going to use this song, which is an awesome song. It's an awesome song. Did you dress your character up for Halloween? I've been wearing the pink elephant costume, and by the way, dude, the pink elephant costume is a hit among the populace. I think people love it when we dress up as the elephants. It was so funny in the at the aquarium event the other day. There were people RPing literally as Hildebrand and Nashu. They look just like them, and then they had a son named like Gigi Hildebrand or something, and then the Hildebrand guy was like, let me introduce you to my son. Like, he comes from my loins or something. He said something funny like that. I was cracking the F up. I just had this small part here. Yeah. I wanted to do something cool on this. I think I might be able to do it. That's literally all I got. But this is gonna be the song. And this is gonna be a short one. It's gonna end over here. Yeah, it's gonna end pretty much. Right. Something like that. But that's when the moon scenes come on screen, it should suddenly go, every step we take. Dude, I thought it was a dope show, man. And suddenly fade out when the moon scenes are over. I thought it was a really dope show. By the way, I was talking about this earlier. I came up with an idea for a video. I was thinking maybe it could be like a 1,000 subscriber special or something. If you could imagine, let me try to find a way to imagine this. What's the best way to imagine this? Okay, imagine if, I don't know, just imagine that was the Endwalker theme? Was it? Were people singing that? Or did they remix that? Um, imagine, okay. imagining, yeah. Oh, here, we could go like this. Imagine. Oh shit, my camera doesn't actually, I won't be able to do it that well. I was gonna say, imagine this is like, imagine this was like a full screen thing, right? And I'm doing like a typical like, oh hey guys, like it's our 1,000 sub, blah blah blah. I just wanted to say like, you know, thank you, blah blah blah. You know, going through the usual spiel, and then all of a sudden, like, we'd have to. I need your help to do this, but because I wanted to feature everyone on screen, all of a sudden, like your characters like start popping up on screen, and like doing shit, like doing emotes and shit. And we'd be kind of breaking the fourth wall. I'd be like, be looking down, I'd be like, wait a minute, is that Disaster right there? Like, Disaster, what the hell are you doing? Like, this is my thank you video. Like, you gotta go, you gotta leave. And then I'd do some cool effects, like, all right, I'm gonna make you disappear. I'm gonna do the Emmett Selk snap, and you're gonna disappear. We'll figure it out. But I had an idea for that. I think it's gonna be super cool. Did that make sense? I hope that made sense to you. Did that make sense? That made sense. Basically, I need your characters to do funny shit, and then I'll script something around that. Made perfect sense. You'll have to build a green screen in game. So I can either do that, or I can use G-Shade. G-Shade also has a built-in green screen. So unfortunately, I don't know. We could talk about it, but if I use the G-Shade thing, I probably won't stream that. Just in case he's right. Is G-Shade against TOS? Is it against TOS? And Marker Footfalls. Oh. It is? Okay. And your computer handle G-Shade, but for the purposes I'm going to be using it, is just to green screen you guys out. And maybe, yeah, well, I'll have to experiment. Oh, it had a timestamp? I thought I accidentally clicked ahead or something. Well, I think, was it here? I'm assuming it was here. Was it around here? Oh, this is the song? Why does out of everyone here, Yashtoro look like she got some cosmetic? I guess Graha does too. I guess never mind. They all have that kind of look. Like they all got some like surgical, like they look Koreans. Like they look like they're from Korea. They got some surgical procedures on their face. Different studio did this trailer? Ah. The studio that does the fighting game. What fighting game? Yeah, only 8 months away. Only 8 months away, right? Super close. Oh, Dissidia? Isn't that a mobile game or something? Your problem. Which begs the question of why I bothered to come here. Empty-handed as I am, the answer being, rather brazenly to ask a favor. I would have you relay a message to our comrade. Oh, a message to Graha. Hell yeah. Tell him that we... I never get over the fact that they mixed up models in the Heavensward trailer and every generic dragon looks like Racefolger. Did they do that? I didn't pay close enough attention to that, I think. I guess in the time I didn't have the context when I was watching the trailer to know who Racefolger was. Comrade, tell him that we never doubted him. Never doubted that he would achieve all that he said he would. Oh, that's so nice. So nice. Those of us who remain behind have yet to play our parts. But when the time comes,
comes, he may rest easy in the knowledge that we will most assuredly do so. And then the tower shall shine once more as a beacon of hope in this world and beyond. So tell him that we consider his duty done and that he should follow his heart now. Forgive me, but do you say this to discourage him from follow his heart now?
That's so nice. I think it's more funny Cryle didn't make the Endwalker key art because they forgot. Did they forget Cryle? Oh no, dude, Cryle? Oh.
That is for our friend to decide, but either way, I dare say. Well, there you have it, Kev. If you would be so good as to see my report, of course. Cryle, before I wrap the bread up, would you mind giving it a try just to make sure everything, spacing out the dramatic moments with this, of course, along with my report, of course. You have it, Kev.
Yeah, that's a nice little touching scene here. Dude, so my goal is to be caught up with all of the MSQ vids by the time 7.0 comes out. Y'all think it's doable? Yay or nay?
Now, there you have it, Kev. If you would be so good as to see
Yay
Rambros's
or
message
nay?
and Sataru's bread to their intended recipients, along with my report, of course, we can definitely do that. Cryle, before I wrap the bread up, would you mind giving it a try just to make sure everything's as it should be? I like how we're, spacing out the dramatic moments with this, this bread scene and everything. Bring some light into the air. They're playing the beach music. But of course, I'm always happy to lend my taste buds.
Yay, I think. You think? Wait, you don't think I can catch up to... Look, I started going ham on the Shadowbringer videos. When did I do that? By the way, this is still the worst performing like to dislike ratio on the entire channel. And Walker job actions reaction by a noob sprout. This was basically a video of being like, I don't know what that means, but that looks cool. Oh shit, we're on the moon? It looks like they're in Russia. Alright, I started going ham on... We dropped the trailer on June 17th. So at the end of June, we started putting out the videos, but it wasn't until about here in July that I started the new format of putting these out. July to August to September to October, so like we'll call it, by the time we finished with the patches, 4 to 5 months. Ye of little faith. You have no faith in me, no faith in I. And look where we are. By the way, I thought this thumbnail was pretty freaking cool when I made it. I have a new style. I'm using the transparent gradient more to blend things in a little bit more now. I'm trying to make it a little cooler. If I have the inspiration to do so. I did it with the Amarodians here. But when I have no inspiration, that's when we get something like this. We get a thumbnail like this when I have no inspiration. I just put my face on a thing. Or something like this. When I have no inspiration. Just put my face on a thing. That's it. You aren't taking into account the time you'll spend competing for World First in the Ultimate. You know what we need to complete our Ultimate team? We need Disaster Doom. But Disaster Doom is being a Scrooge.
Lend my taste buds.
Thank you for your kind words, though, about the thumbnail.
Excuse me, Rambros. As a fellow Charlian, may I trouble? Well, I usually have mine with a good dollop of... I bet it's the bomb.
Bomb.com. Let's try it out here.
I bet it's the bomb. I see. Oh no, is it that bad? It is indeed the dark.
You guys want to start raiding at like 10 p.m. or 11? I'll be there. That's what we started yesterday. That's usually kind of when we start these days, right? Yeah, and we'll be sure to get Lily her barb clear this week. And if we're, well, I was gonna say, if we're on throughout the week, I'm happy to like hop into a party finder with you, Lily, if you find one. I'll carry everyone to a barb clear, because we got it down packed. You're off Thursday and Friday this week. Yeah. We also have to have the discussion, because a lot of you have expressed interest of adding a second day, but I know it might not be feasible with certain people's schedules already, based on other discussions I've had. I bet it's the bomb. I see. Oh no, is it that bad? Tataru, dense and unpleasant, exactly as it should be. Just so, the very taste of home. No, I guess the Charlene bread isn't supposed to be that good, huh? As you might expect, our countrymen have amassed a wealth of culinary wisdom from every corner of the world, but our native cuisine is, shall we say, a little lacking. In Charlene, the majority regard food as a source of nourishment rather than enjoyment. Culinary arts, we pay We spent a lot of time on
taste and texture. It was against such a gastronomic landscape that what is now called the Archon loaf was born, the creation of an Archon who devoted himself to the study of bodily sustenance. Alright, this is just for the macros and the micros here. In order to I'm gonna go finish Last of Us 2 so I can't delete it. So you can't delete it and free up the space. Okay. Have a good time, Disaster. We'll be finishing up here in a moment. Maximize its nutritional value, he incorporated copious quantities of pulverized fish and nary that continues to defy description. Too bad. He needs every ingredients happen. Having been away from home for so long, I thought if there is enough, perhaps you can spare about that. I really want to try that. Up an extra from Lord of the Rings. You ever think about if there is enough, perhaps you can spare. Yeah, we'll cut ahead to this. Yeah. Overall, I think it was a productive day. I haven't done an editing stream in a while. It was here. If there is enough, perhaps you can spare some for the Exarch. He is certain to appreciate it. I really want to try it. I want to try the lambdas bread from Lord of the Rings. You ever think about that? I really want to try that. I don't know how it tastes. There's plenty to go around. I'm thing like, hey, here's an authentic of what lambdas bread would. All the scenes where like Sam and Frodo are eating. Well, we'll leave the Lord of the Rings talking here. I love Lord of the Rings. I don't know about y'all. Huge Star Wars fan. Huge Lord of the Rings fan. Some of my favorite series of all time. I love that shit. I mean, in all the scenes where like Sam and Frodo are eating it, it looks very dry and crumbly, but I'm sure it's really good. All right, we can wrap up this quest soon, I think. Okay, beginning the Eden. Oh yeah, here it is. This is a picture of Eden. Oh, is it true? Oh, this is Eden. This is Eden stuff here. I got to put this in the Eden folder. All right, let's take. Oh, dude, yeah, this is all Eden right here. Oh my god. Okay, 206. Yeah, this is February 6th. Beginning the Eden. Oh, yeah. Looks like this is Eden too. So I bet 206 was 207 is also Eden. A lot of ice here. Oh yeah, we went on an Eden extravaganza, I think. Yeah. 7. Assuming this is it too. Okay. 210. Yeah, no problem. It's been a journey. Good for the soul. There it is. We'll move all of that into Eden. There was someone on YouTube that did a recipe for the Archon loaf. Oh, did they? That'd be interesting. Wouldn't that be an interesting video? I don't think I'd ever do that in my present circumstance. But like, oh, let's make Final Fantasy food. That'd be cool, huh? That'd be something.
Okay, I think we'll end off the vid with this last quest here. Giving the Archon love to our friends. Hated memories. Are we already there? FFXIV MSQ Reactions. Are you gonna try that recipe? Faded Memories has a solo duty of some sort.
Level sync is in effect.
What are we, who are we fighting as in this?
I lost you. You just have to do.
Oh.
Okay, here.
Oh, it's this part. Oh, that part's good. Yeah, that's we'll start the next video with that. So let's make sure we get our food for the soul in here.
This would be more going someone else.
Yeah, this will be the next part, and we'll end off with this. Oh, that was such a cool part of the story. I remember that shit. There was a blog called A Recipe Reborn that made a lot of the food.
And, you know,
they made a lot of the food from the culinary and crafting list. Oh, yeah, that'd be really cool. I'm curious about the cooking side of this game too. I guess it does play a role, right? Because people eat food for raids and stuff, but I was just thinking about it. I don't know if it's as prominent here or how much of an impact it makes, but it's min-maxing. But I remember back in the WoW days, like, you know, you get the right food, you get the right potions, get the right like world buffs and buffs for your raids. That's what made the economy feel alive, right? Like alchemists were making healing potions and fire resistance potions because that was the cool thing. One of the differences between Final Fantasy and World of Warcraft was, I don't know if World of Warcraft kept this, but they had like elemental resistances, like elemental types of damage, and you would have a certain resistance to it. Like there would be an entire rate, like Molten Core, based off of fire damage, right? So you have to come in with fire resistance gear and fire resistance potions and all that. I actually enjoyed that. That was pretty cool, right? Alchemists make the book weapons and they fix the music pages. I have all of those music pages. Can y'all fix those for me? I have a bunch of those in random inventories. Are y'all adept alchemists that can help me out or what? I already know who to go to for repairs. I go to Lily. I know Lily is rich, and she wouldn't mind coughing up the dark matter or the dark iron or whatever. More materials are needed. All right, what do we need? Let me know what I need, and I can try to get those.
yeah, no problem. It's been a journey, right? You've been talking about getting a new job for a while now.
Oh, this is when Paul got his new
We've kind of
job.
been with you throughout the process of the interviews and.
Look how far we've come. This was earlier in the year when Paul was getting a new job, and now Paul's like, I'm gonna go move to Spain. Wow, so much time has passed, huh? It depends on the music. Okay, one day we'll get together and I'll be like, here, I have all of these broken music pages. Tell me what you need.
It didn't take that long. It's always good, man. It was like marketing job, and maybe who knows, earn to at stand knowledge and education. Archon loaf for you and everyone else. It's by Rambro said that. That's some heavy bread. Should you have the chance, you do it my own path. I fully expected to learn the censure of our friend. I brought Archon loaf for you and I brought we'll go right here, boom, and we'll transition. Do we want to zoom? We'll zoom out. Zoom out. This, and then we just got to get a swoosh sound effect here and center that. So what are you doing, Lily? What do you do when there's no Final Fantasy to play? What does the Lily do? What are you doing right now, Novel? You just hanging here? Or are you doing some work on the side or what? Doesn't life feel empty without Final Fantasy? You cry? Good. You just cry. Just cry. Archon loaf for you and everyone. It's good. Oh, you're trying to draw a thing. Yeah. You got any more
Cons
Is
coming up.
good, dead, and buried. What else?
You're watching Nawal cry.
Is good, dead. The 12 Archon. Else. By the 12 Archon loaf. However did you come by this? I'd swear it had come straight from Charlian.
You don't have imagination to make a character design, so you're scared of drawing? Sometimes the hardest part is just getting started, right? But once you get into flow, it usually comes to you in some form or another. I get the same thing when I'm like that Cyberpunk AMV. Like I got started on it, but even now I'm thinking like, oh, like I don't know what to do to make this good, right? Like I don't know where to go with this. But the key is just getting into the project and just starting somewhere, right? And the inspiration usually hits.
Hey, we got a cook on the other side. Rambo said that, did he?
We'll fade into this like that.
Rambo said that, did he? His words are very nearly as heavy as the bread, but I appreciate the sentiment. Dang, that's some heavy bread. Should you have the chance, you may tell him that he needn't worry. That which I seek to do, I do of my own volition and with all my heart. In pursuing this path, I fully earned the censure of our friends, and to deserve it, but I shall forge on regardless. Forge on as you yourself did when...
Maybe we cut there.
Faced with a similar
Peter's
predicament,
thinking.
so I ask that you have faith in me. Well, John, regardless. But we were talking here, how not looking good, Chief. Oh, conversation. I really want to try this Archon loaf. All right, so this is gonna be it, right? In this patch, it's all or nothing. Make it or break it. We gotta get him back. Regardless. All right, so this is gonna be. We gotta get him back, or else they're gonna die. So this will be resolved. Hello. Hello, my.
Forgive the delay.
Given.
We have visited every region and confirmed the presence.
Ooh, Ashian business. Ashian. Okay, let's see what we can do here. This will be the last little section of this video here, and we would have covered one, two, three, four quests, and then the next one we'll get into the solo duty. There's also the Heroes Gauntlet. This might be a 4-parter, maybe, because I'm assuming this might be a lot of stuff happening here, so this could be a second video. It might have both of these, maybe. There's a lot going on here, because we got the Heroes Gauntlet and the Sea to Sacrifice, so this might be its own thing, and then maybe one last one here to close it out. Shall see. We shall see. Oh, look at that face. Uh-oh. Oh my god.
Okay, how many Ashians are we talking about here? Because I'm still under the presumption that, you know... Okay, I was under the presumption that the Ashians...
Oh, the faces.
About here. I was under the presumption that the Ashians were only the original 14. But it would make sense that, you know, of the people who followed all the who were on the Zodiac side, some of them also became Ashians.
Lest a grave predicament be made to seem hopeless, inferior wreck.
Aha, there it is. Okay.
Okay, that answers my question a little bit there.
Also became Ashians.
Lest a grave.
Aha, there it is. Okay. Minions.
Yes. The gag.
Minions.
Yes. The gag.
They're under the payroll of Elidibus.
Nothing of any great concern has come of their meddling just yet.
Might skip through that.
Number of the Crystarium's former defenders busily
Is to be applauded.
Not knowing Elidibus set them upon it, no. Both the troubles to be solved and the villains to be vanquished are his doing.
Might skip all of that. cut to this piece of dialogue here.
Not knowing Elizabeth set,
Minions.
not knowing Elizabeth set them upon it, no.
Are we? That
This is one thing I do when I edit Nawal, is I edit based off the waveforms here. I know to look for the taller waveforms because that's where I'm talking, which means maybe I said something to contribute, right?
are we? That's what are we going?
Or if you notice there's like a long blank spot, it's like, okay, maybe nothing's really happening there, pending. I think a lot of people probably edit that way, or people should edit that way. I feel like it's a good way to edit, right? I guess depending on the media.
To solve this Elidibus thing in this patch, or is that going with us into? I feel like it might be solved in this patch.
And so, with apologies to the aspiring warriors of light, I believe it best that we deal with the Ascians quickly and quietly.
I'll probably omit that.
I quite agree.
Because there's got to be some other Ascians who we haven't met yet. Some other big names, right? There's got to be.
We can just cut right to that. Yeah, use the power of the wavelengths here.
There's got to be some other Ascians who we haven't met.
Like as not. As not.
There's got to be some other Ascians who we haven't met yet. Some other big names, right? That's got to be it, because we're going to the moon, right? I already know we're going. You can't tell me otherwise. There's moon things happening. Something's going on with the moon. Ascians are on the moon. We need new faces.
But tell us.
We need new faces. See faces.
But tell us, what news from the how fare our bodies?
They are dying.
To put it bluntly, you are dying on the source.
Faces.
But tell us, what news from the source?
They are dying. I'm sorry. We gotta
keep it real. Yeah, gotta keep it real. Keep it honest.
They are dying.
This one.
Dying. I'm sorry. We gotta give it to them straight. Things have taken a turn for the worse. Right? We can't sugarcoat this. Tell it like it is.
Then we must redouble our efforts.
Moment. Tell me you've made some progress.
We have, as it happened.
Versus 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Oh, look at the red. Have taken a turn for the worse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Worse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Oh, look at the red.
The red stones.
Blood. The blood.
The red stones.
Bump that up to like an 8.
The red stones.
Blood.
This doth mean.
Blood. Blood infusion.
For the benefit.
Blood.
This doth mean.
This part's a little bit of a pain.
Blood infusion.
For the benefit of all, permit us to explain.
Where's your Stola at? You're not here.
Cut through this. I guess it's officially November for at least you, Lily. I think Nawa. No, Nawa. You said you're 3 hours ahead of me, right?
Where's your Stola at?
Happy November.
Not here. Not here.
Will recall using white auracite as our starting point. We fashioned a vessel for mind and memory both.
This would be a.
Mind and memory.
You're not here.
Will recall.
You're 1 hour ahead of Eastern time. Oh shit. So that means you're 4 hours ahead of me then. Well, happy November.
For mind and memory both.
This would be.
I'm excited for our Thanksgiving break. Oh, that's always a time to chill.
Interesting, like necklace. Like if you made it a little smaller and it was like a little necklace. And it's like, if you played Final Fantasy 14, then you would like recognize it. Be like, oh, look, it's the vessel, the white orosite.
Served this purpose admirably. The process of imbuing it with one's complete essence proved a somewhat thornier proposition. Simply put, the memory would not accompany the mind. And so, we looked to for a solution.
Mm-hmm.
This approach was not without its own complications, however, relying as it does upon blood, which
This part was a little confusing for me.
do not possess.
A little bit confusing.
Do not
I'm gonna bump this up a couple decibels.
This approach was not without.
True that.
We duly explored methods of suffusing.
Probably bump that up too. So let me listen and read this.
Vessel with drops of the aforementioned. Alas, our painstaking experimentation succeeded only in making me feel faint, and singularly failed to imbue the crystal with the necessary properties.
Bless you. Bless you.
Crystal with the necessary properties.
Excuse me.
It was then that an idea.
Okay, there's a lot of see, this is parts that I get wary about when I'm editing. When it's just NPC dialogue and I don't say anything, but this is kind of pivotal, so I might leave it in.
That an idea occurred to me, namely that we might fuse the vessel not with normal blood, but with my crystallized essence.
Yeah, good thinking. Yeah, good thinking.
You're doing this for our sakes.
He'll be alright, he just gotta get his...
You're doing this for our
Cut there.
sakes. So far be it from us to complain.
Up.
He'll be alright. He'll be alright. He just gotta get his blood sugar level up, right? Well, that's what you do after you donate blood, right? Or you get blood drawn? Eat some cookies and stuff. It's been a while since I've done that.
But don't think we haven't noticed what
Cookies and stuff. It's been a while since I've done that.
what's happened. But don't think we haven't noticed what's happening to your arm.
Yeah, that arm.
I could have swore. Oh no.
Ooh, it's a hefty patch, isn't it?
I could have swore. Oh no, it was this arm. Yeah, it's not as glowy anymore. Or is it more glowy than before? There's also like the it looks like, was it always like this? Were there always patches of skin like this, or is that like revealing itself now?
It falls well short of offering up my life in exchange for yours, which was your only stipulated prohibition, as I recall. And it is but a small price to pay for delivering you home.
Assuming it works.
Well, it's gotta work.
Grisly Edition will serve as a suitable conduit for the not warranted test file.
Let us be off then. We have.
Okay, we can go to.
Let us be off then. We have Asians to attend to things.
How are you feeling, Thanker?
Pay for delivering you.
Okay. Bump this one up.
That like revealing itself now.
It falls home.
Let us be off then. We have Asians. Among other things.
How are you feeling, Thankerid? You still fainting?
Forgive me, but I count 6 vessels. Forgive me, and there are only 5 of us.
Wait, no, wait, Uriaje, Thankerid, the twins. Oh shit. Oh, I miscounted earlier because there's all those missing, so I was like, oh, that.
One is for testing purposes.
I'll leave that part in. I'll just leave it in. I don't know. But...
One is for testing purposes. Is it to see whether the crystal functions as it should?
Okay.
One is for testing purposes. Should.
Okay. Makes sense. I was thinking maybe we're gonna try to like bring someone else with us. But
If it it does, wouldn't that mean that your soul could also return to the source? If it does, wouldn't that mean that your soul could also return to the source?
With us?
If it does, wouldn't
with us?
If it does, wouldn't that mean that your soul could also...
Oh man, the dialogue, I didn't have the best like audio balance in the game settings. The vocal sounds were, or the character vocals were so low throughout a lot of MSQ. For me, it was fine because I could adjust it on the fly, but in the recordings, it's pretty bad. Yeah, but he can always come back, right?
Yes, in theory, at least.
Right?
But there is a distinct difference between your circumstances and mine. While your corporeal forms want for souls, my past self does not. Mayhap our essences would blend. There is no telling.
What if? Yeah, but he can always.
Yes. Yes, in theory, at least.
Right? So loud. I might actually. Let's cut it like this. You ever automate your volume? Nah, well, you can also automate these instead of cutting them out and manually changing them like that. Right?
But there is a distinct difference between your circumstances and mine.
What if? I'm just thinking of different timelines. What if? I'm just thinking of different timelines now. Like, he goes back, his essence blends with his past self, and his past self still goes through the timeline of the Black Rose and going into the future and then coming back again. Like an infinite, like, time loop. Essence blends.
What did I say here? What are you talking about?
I'm just thinking of different timelines now. Like, he goes back, his essence blends with his past self, and his past self still goes through the timeline of the Black Rose and going into the future and then coming back again. Like an infinite, like, time loop.
You don't usually automate? Automating, the only times I'll actually really use it these days is, I guess it depends on the vocal qualities. The grinding gear guys seem to have pretty good audio setup. Something I have to get better about, especially when I'm doing animation, because this saves a shit ton of time. Oh yeah. The same thing with animation is basically keyframing, but you're kind of keyframing the volume here. The only times I'll use it for vocals is really for if there's like a loud like click. If I saying something with a C or a or something or a T and it just like there's a huge spike, maybe I'll automate that down or something. Yeah, they do podcasts, so audio is important. Yeah. So those are the times I'll do it. But yeah, the automation too. And there's plugins that'll help for this Eorzean aquarium thing that I did here. This part here, I mean there's a lot of this part here, the words, the letters in the background. This scene took me so long because I manually masked everything, but the letters in the background, the way they fall and they like, you know, kind of bounce and everything, I keyed all those movements in, basically keyframing, automating it, manually automating it. I guess. But yeah, each little like turn of the words, I had to keyframe it to like shake and everything.
And you'd be willing to take that?
I think he'll be fine.
I would.
I appreciate the sentiment though.
He'll be okay. He'll be okay. Bump that up. Go across. Resolve here.
Infinite like time loop.
And you'd be willing to take that risk?
I think he'll be fine.
I would.
I appreciate the sentiment though. I'm not gonna get over I'm not gonna get over worried too early here, right? You got a whole patch to go through. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. I mean, already blue balled me once. It's good stuff. They already blue balled.
Oh, look at that. We made it to the end. Now it's just my exposition here.
They already blue balled me once. They blue balled me many a time when I think something was gonna happen. Some dire.
$40 minutes.
They blue balled me many a time when I think something was gonna happen. Some dire things happen and it doesn't happen. It hasn't happened in a long time. Ask thou a moment, Kev. The outcome of younger self.
Let me see if there's anything I want to include here.
Ask thou a moment, Kev. I would speak with thee on the matter observed that our friends spake not in certainties. Yet if Beck Lug had the right of it, alright, tell me. It is their assessment that, given the opportunity, the Exarch's soul should successfully merge with that of his younger self. To say the process is without complications. For one, the Exarch hath been subjected to an additional rejoining, an experience which will have wrought a change in his ethereal composition. It is their assessment that, given the opportunity,
I might with that, maybe.
Ethereal, as thou did demonstrate merging with Artbert, however, there exists an affinity to there remaineth one immutable condition upon which needs recognize his past self as simply that, himself. A recent travail caused the latter is a seemingly simple realm. Might none can say what choice. No, it's to recognize his past again, man. And that's not. He has to recognize his past again, man. And that's not as easy as just thinking to yourself about it. You have to actually feel it, right?
Okay, maybe I'll include that part.
Process is without complications. For one, the Exarch hath been subjected to an additional rejoining. As thou did demonstrate merging with Artbert, however, doth give us cause to hope. Yet there remaineth one immutable condition upon which success. The Exarch must needs recognize his past self as simply that, himself. As our recent travails have demonstrated, memories are essential to the soul. Any discrepancy in the former may feasibly cause the latter to spurn its former flesh.
There?
Is a seemingly simple yet complex problems. For nigh on a century, our friend has striven only to deliver this realm, to deliver thee.
Maybe I'll leave the whole
singular
thing.
End did
I guess
he
we're
cast
leaving the whole
aside his
thing.
very name, that he might assume the mantle of the crystal Exarch. Henceforth, none can say what choices our friend will make, but I thought it only right that thou be made aware of these truths. Oh, okay. He has to recognize his past again, man. And that's not as easy as just thinking to yourself about it. You have to actually feel it, right?
Okay, done. We're just gonna leave it in there. We just gonna leave it in there, baby. Hey, and then we're just going to throw this in here. Whoa. What a long day. A long day of editing. And there is your behind the scenes look and what it takes to make a reaction video with minimal editing. Actually take a while. They take some time. What I want this minus 14 or so. Yeah, we'll fade. We'll transition this out, something like that.
To yourself about it, you have to actually feel it, right?
That will curve this up a little.
To yourself about it, you have to actually feel it, right? Yourself about it, you have to actually feel it, right?
What do y'all feel about intros and outros? Needed? Yay? Nay? Something to have? Waste of space? I'm kind of on team. It's just a waste of time. But I include an outro. Done. Done for now. 41 minutes. It's a long one. It's a hefty one. So be it. It be like that. You think a little outro is fine? Someday I'm gonna have to get a new outro though. I don't know about intros though. I think intros only work on established channels. But not an established channel, I think it hurts you a little bit. That's my take on it. And established could be, you know, it could be a different, it could mean something different to depending on who you are, but oh my, what a day. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Oh, the week is only getting started. My God. My God. Oh, we should be back with Final Fantasy tomorrow. So we'll make a plan to watch the Pint video tomorrow or Wednesday or something. A day when most of us are around. Because Asher might be around on a Wednesday. We can watch the Pint video. We can farm content. Sometimes you gotta do the dirty and use other people's work. I'm almost choked on my pills. Okay. I think that's it for me tonight. I will render this in the morning. And I don't know if it'll be ready for release tomorrow. Maybe Wednesday instead. It's kind of creepy. But yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out while I was doing the dirty work, the editing work, the work that must be done. Okay. I'm out of here, y'all. Have a good night. Good luck with the edits. Good luck with everything. And yeah, we'll see where we go tomorrow. Figure something out, okay? Oh shit, Natty Plank's here. Well, hey Natty. Bye, Natty. Have a good night. See you, Kev. I'll see you in Baja. Oh my gosh. Maybe one of these days. Maybe one of these days. All right. See you, Natty. Bye now. I'll see you, Lily. Bye, everyone. See you tomorrow.